Yeah, you can do that. Whoa. That was a little loud, Mark. We'll turn it down. All right. Hello, everybody! Welcome to another episode of That One Piece Talk. My name is Larry.
Lawrence. Sam.
And this is That One Piece Talk, where we talk One Piece. Woo! And Lionel will be here shortly. That's why I say Lionel.
I love anime.
Lionel will be here. We made this episode a little bit earlier than usual, just because this chapter is kind of crazy. And there's so much to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. And I felt like with the super chats that we get through the YouTube Live, and also just the thoughts I think we're all going to have, it's going to be a little bit more extensive than usual. So I felt like, oh man, like we had to do. So this was very last minute. I hit the guys up like, yo, can you guys do like a 3-hour? This was like 4 hours ago. I was like, yo, can y'all do like a 3-hour? And they were like, kinda. And I was like, all right. Let's make it official. Can you do 3 hours or not? And they were like, yeah. All right. And then Lionel was like, oh, I can't, but I'll be there shortly. So expect Lionel in like an hour, and then, I just want to get through everything. But other than that, I just want to say thank you to everybody for being here. Super happy that you're all enjoying us. To our TikTok family, I want to say what's up to you. Thank you for being here. Spotify listeners and Apple Podcast listeners, thank you for being here. I know you're driving right now or working. Thank you so much for listening. And to our Facebook family that we just popped off on Facebook. Almost at 1 million impressions. We're like halfway there. We made over like 4,000 followers within a week or so. Seriously popping off. People are loving our videos of me and Sebastian yelling at each other and Lawrence trying to be the in-between guy. So I just want to say thank you all. I know we're live on Facebook right now, so this is our show. This is That One Piece Talk. Sorry it took us so long getting there, but we're here, we're now, and we're just going to have an amazing show today. So I specifically just want to say thank you to everybody that are enjoying us. And thank you for liking the stream. If you could, like it on Facebook. If not, like the video on TikTok. Also like the video on YouTube. We're everywhere now. So just like everywhere that you can. It supports us. Even if you don't want to donate or anything like that, you don't have to. But supporting us is just a simple button by liking. But other than that, Seb, man, tell me who's in chat on YouTube.
Yeah, there's so many people in chat. I see The Law, Straw Hat Nate, Amaha, 3-Day, Prime 5 Picks, XD Charlotte, Young Lou, Twilight Straw Hat, Twist, Shondi Wandy, Brandon Wigfall, Trev, Magi Spectre, Bubs, just so many. Immortal Gods, Goku2241, Project Nemesis, Key, Broker's in here. What's up, Broker? Anthony, Toby, Ayo, let's go. Charles Utaku, Mike Boy, just so many. Mugshot, Benjamin Jones, Jordan Campbell, Sunnet Fam, Chance Rainey, Winston, just so many. Gadi Usopp, Shanktum, Red Shambles, Young X, just so many of y'all in chat, man. I'd love to see y'all here. Please like the stream if you haven't already. Like Larry says, it does help with the YouTube algorithm. Yes. And like it on Facebook too, man.
Yes, like it on. Yo, Marv, is it going good on Facebook right now?
That's crazy.
Oh, okay, that's crazy. Marv ain't following us. Nah, Marv. Marv. That's messed up, Marv.
He said we not friends on Facebook, bro. He said
we're friends in real life, though.
He said I couldn't tell you, bro.
But I just want to say thank you to Marv, too. I forgot to say thank you. Thank you, Marv, for producing the show as usual. Bravery Studios, thank you so much. Other than that, gentlemen, before we get into the chapter, we are going to read some of our fans' questions and super chats, as we usually do to, show our love. And then the agenda is we'll do that, and then we'll get into the chapter. And the chapter is going to be One Piece chapter 1094. So, for all you guys listening, let's get to it.
Yeah, and guys, no spoilers, please. I know I've seen some 1095 stuff pop up. No 1095 spoilers. You will be banned. Mods, do the thing. All right. Now, to get into some super chats, we got a 17-month membership to Yonko status from Twilight Straw Hat. That is our highest tier of membership, so thank you so much. It says, much love as always every month. All you guys make my weeks go so much brighter. Keep killing it with the amazing content with a heart. Hashtag Sims for Seb. Hashtag Dilf D Lawrence. Hashtag Larry's great takes. Thank you all again. Where's Lionel's hashtag?
I mean, he has to be here in order to get one.
That's messed up.
No, thank
you so much.
Thank you so much.
Twilight. We got another 𝘶𝐽𝐻 status membership from Joy Boy Mark. I'm surprised. I thought Joy Boy was already a 𝘶𝐽𝐻. I'm surprised.
Yeah, thank you.
Shout out to Joy Boy. It's been
Appreciate
a while,
you.
man. It's been a while.
Welcome back, brother.
Yeah. We got another 10 gifted memberships from James Hudson, a.k.a. Pig.
Thank you, James.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate
for those
you.
of you that are receiving these memberships, please throw W's in the chat for Pig. He's an OG of the channel.
Oh, and if you have a membership, throw the One Piece arms.
Yes.
You got the emoji now. Throw the arms up.
Throw them arms up, man. Them X's. Throw them X's up. We got another 10 gifted memberships from Joy Boy Mark. Oh, man, I'm having flashbacks to Pig and Mark going at it. Yeah,
you guys are going to...
Thank you so much, Mark. Good to see you, man. Seriously.
Yes, thank
Good to see you.
you.
And W's and X's for Mark in the chat.
Yeah.
We got another 5 from Mahmoud Frahoud. I think that's the first time I said his name without messing up. It says, so I'm not too sure, but in my opinion, Paramecia devil fruits are being pushed down the devil fruit totem pole with all the new mythical zones.
That's actually a really good statement.
I would agree if some of the Paramecias weren't so broken. Like, Laws is still a Paramecia, unless it's not. Like, unless it just becomes, like, not.
Yes.
Like...
And also Whitebeards.
Whitebeards is the strongest fruit in existence.
You have Akainu's.
Big Moms with the souls.
Akainu's, hides, attack, potency.
That's Hlagia, bro.
Oh, yeah, you're right. My bad. I was thinking of something else.
But yeah, man, just...
You know who I was thinking about? Oven. My bad.
Okay. Ovens is dope.
Ovens is crazy.
Yeah. Brooke literally allows you to live again. Boas is the fakest thing ever.
Yes,
like,
Boas is wild.
Again, I gotta see what these fruits can do for real before I start ranking them just above Paramecia. Like, I know they are above, but some of those Paramecias are super broken. Like, look at Bonnie's in this chapter alone. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, even ¡Doflamingos is crazy.
Yeah.
¡Doflamingos is super crazy if you think about it. Like, he could grab clouds and just start flying.
It's insane.
How does that make sense? Also, his devil fruit can literally put a dome over an island
and cut communication.
That
doesn't even make sense.
How does that even work?
Because through wires, I don't know.
Yeah. Magellan's. Like, there's a lot of...
Yeah,
that should have been a
Magellan's
Logia, man.
Yeah, Magellan should have been a Logia.
100%.
A Logia.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we got another 1-month membership to Nakama status from Zai. It says, much love to y'all. Hope you're having good days. You too, Zai. Thank you so much.
We hope everybody that's watching or fans of us are having an amazing day. Yeah. So thank you.
We got another $2 from 𝙏𝙗𝐻𝑝. It says, yo, hashtag birdlaw. Birdman. You gotta do the...
I've never done that.
You gotta do it at least once. All right, we got another 5 from Akuma. It says, my sister is halfway through Wano. Wow. Can't wait for her to see Gear 5. You guys are the best. Get me through my Mondays. Hashtag Larry got gas takes. Hashtag like the video. Yeah, man, like the video.
I definitely light the community on fire. I would say that's pretty accurate.
That's real.
Gaslight Larry.
We got $10 from MHB.
Don't start that.
It's Gaslight Larry.
Why do you gotta say it again?
That's such a fire hashtag, though. It is, though.
No, because they're gonna use it in bad ways.
They're gonna gaslight you.
Yeah. You do that already.
I know.
I don't need more than you, bro. All right?
Oh, man. My fault, bro. We got another 10 from MHB. It says, what do you guys think is the highest bounties that an ordinary civilian in One Piece in the One Piece world can achieve as a pirate? No plot armor whatsoever.
Kid.
Oh, man, that's crazy. That's disrespectful.
I'm trying to understand. Wait,
that's
was it?
So disrespectful,
What's the question?
Bro. The highest bounty a civilian can get.
Civilian.
Oh,
Kid,
man.
The disrespect. Civilian.
There might actually be an answer to this.
Yeah.
In the series, that guy that clipped T-Bone.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what his bounty's gonna be, but I assume he has one.
It's probably the same as Mihawk's before he joined Buggy, right?
Rough estimate, I'd say like.
Nah, if you take a but like, what was he again?
T-Bone was a captain, right?
A Commodore?
Or Commodore, I think. Yeah.
Are we going like fruit or
He
no?
was rear
fruit?
admiral. He was rear admiral, I think.
Yes, I think he was a rare.
Or him being
He said no plot armor. They probably don't have a Del fruit. It's just like a regular civilian committing crimes.
Well, what was Zoro's bounty during Water 7 on the sea train?
He
had one then. It was 60.
yeah.
But
60?
Zoro wasn't a regular civilian either.
He wasn't.
Zoro's never been a regular civilian. We're talking about a regular person who's just in the game somehow.
I'll probably say it's like 40 mil. I mean 40 mil.
Okay.
40 mil. 40 mil.
I'm looking back to like East Blue era, right? And
Yo, but
like
he's
the
taking out
biggest
rare
there was like
admirals.
Arlong, right?
Yo, but he's
20.
taking out rare admirals, bro.
Yeah, but we don't know the circumstances behind that. We've already Lawrence theorized that T-Bone gave himself up, right?
No, probably.
Potentially, like
who knows?
it really just depends what you do.
Yeah.
All right, we too long on this.
All right.
I'm gonna go 5 million. That's probably too low.
Yeah.
We got another 2 from Ice Cold Juice. It says, "Law, let me know if you like this. # obey the law. Still a DILF though."
Okay. Why'd you add the last part? The first part you was good. I was like,
Oh man.
We got another 5 from James Hudson, aka Pig. It says, "Much love, everyone. Time for another great episode of TOPT. # Larry has bad takes. # Sims for Sev. # Lionel isn't real. # Law has a cult." Thank you so much, Pig. We got another 5-month membership to Nakama status from Sky Lance. It says, # Seb got Riz. # Larry Dapper. # Lawrence the GOAT. Lawrence is the GOAT. Sorry, yeah. I like that sweater,
Bad. Lawrence is bad. I'm done.
No.
I'm done, bro.
yeah, you should be.
I like that sweater though, man. I do.
Thanks, man.
We got another 5 from Jareen is Boss. It says, "I've been watching since you guys had 1,000 on TikTok. I've just now recently joined the Discord, and I gotta say, wild takes. # Buggy Gang. # W Larry takes." Yo, the Discord is a wild place, man.
Yeah, so
wild place.
I don't think we announced it, but the Discord recently hit 3,000 members.
Yeah.
And we promoted Nick Quavo to head mod.
Yeah, W's for Quavo in the chat, man.
Yeah, W's for Quave.
Don't get banned.
Yeah, don't get banned.
He hands them out.
Yeah.
He hands them out.
But the Discord happens to be a very healthy environment compared to others that I've experienced, and we built it on love. We mentioned this before. And we have interesting people. And it's what makes the community great.
Yeah, I think the show was amazing. I think our Discord is even more amazing.
Yeah, it makes it better.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We have game nights, we have aux battles and watch parties and stuff. We do a lot on the Discord. We engage a lot.
Yeah.
And we debate healthfully.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And they push agendas. Oh, we have another 1-month membership to Nakama status from Mahmoud Farhood. It says, "Just here to say you've been saying my name right." Oh my God.
Hey,
there we go.
Let's go.
I definitely wasn't. He lied.
Yeah.
But I appreciate that.
Yeah, you got plot, bro. You got plot on there.
We got another $2 from 𝙏𝙗𝙪𝙢𝙗𝙪 Zombie. It says, "Who you got? King versus Lucci. Love the content. Fire." I got King still.
I got King.
Yeah.
I got Albert.
Yeah.
It's
I'm not gonna say it's mid div. I'll say it's high div. I would say it's high div.
mid diff.
Mid div? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Hey, listen, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. Law?
I say mid to high. Because I just, as of right now, I don't see a true flush way where Lucci could get to. You know?
I think that Rokuogon would work, right? That's why I think it'll like I think that will work on
How many
King.
of those you gonna need?
I don't think he's winning. I don't think he's winning. I said he's winning. I said King is winning. Plus, listen, I got King. I got King. We got another $5 from Anthony Herrera. It says, "Yo, what's good, gang gang? Super excited for this banger episode. #Udon kept Lionel. #Whitebeard gang. #Seb hates fish, man." No, I don't, man. You gotta influence the Facebook community to make them think that I hate fishmen, bro.
Yeah,
I
the
don't.
Facebook community probably like, yo, what's going on?
We got another 10 from Mingo Samurai. It says, "Not sure if it has been brought up yet or asked, But do you guys think that Bonney would ever use her power on Luffy and give him back all the years of his life that he has lost?
Even if she did, he would just be reversed. It doesn't last long, her power. It doesn't stay kept.
No, I was gonna say, I wonder if she ever awakens it, the effect it would have. Is it like a permanent or something? Then they could actually play true to that. But I don't see her doing that to Luffy. I think Luffy kind of, it's just basically like his journey to get to the Pirate King. That's what it cost. Those years of his life.
Yeah. It would take away from Luffy.
Yeah, I think if he ever got those years back, it just minimizes what he was trying to do and what he did do in those moments.
It'd be like an Edo Tensei type of vibe.
Yeah.
Like it would not Edo Tensei. What's the zombies that got brought back in like Naruto and they were like,
is that not Edo Tensei?
It's the Edo
That's what it's
Tensei,
called,
right?
yeah.
All right. Yeah. It'd feel like that. It just cheapens the adventure that we're on.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has to come with risks.
Yeah.
Like we have to realize like Luffy's the only person in the story that we know of so far, besides probably Kobe, who's the closest to him, that has accomplished all that he's accomplished in this short of amount of a time. Nobody else in the entire world of One Piece that
Kobe,
we know.
bro?
Yeah, Kobe has like the same incline as Luffy right now. He's like, so yeah. From what
I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah,
What you said was accomplished, right? Versus like growth. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, but we know that Kobe's gonna be an admiral the same amount of time that Luffy would probably be Pirate King.
I got you.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But you know what's crazy with that Luffy thing? So how much years do you guys think Luffy has of his life?
So people in One Piece live to like 120.
Well, but that's Dr. Kureha. She's also
Yo,
a doctor.
how old is Kong, bro?
Kong?
Yeah.
How old is Sengoku?
Sengoku's
80, not 80 something?
No,
he's like-
Sengoku's not 80.
He's like 80, 82.
Research that.
He's like 80, Sengoku's in his 80s.
Age check real
and
quick.
Kong is like
He's like 80.
His like
Nah,
Yeah.
he's not like 80, bro.
Yeah,
you guys
he's
are
80.
bugging.
Bro.
He's legit like 60 or 70.
no.
Rayleigh's he's like
79.
All right, 79. That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, Kong is probably like
Probably 90s.
90. Yeah, I'd say 90. He's a little too brolic to not be.
Listen, man. Listen, bro.
The reason why I'm bringing that up is because, for example, we know what happened to Pedro, right? He was like 50 whatever, but since he lost like the 50 years, right, at the time, it's like, all right, it basically shot you up in age.
Yeah.
So like, all right, you pretty much, even though you're this age, but it's like you're the age of like you're 70 something. So technically, we all know that Luffy at the very least 10 years. So right now, according to that, Luffy's is really at the age of 29, at least, because the years off his life.
That's not even counting what Gear 2 has done to him.
Listen, bro, he gonna reach 65 and just croak. Because it's the opposite of Gomu, right? Gomu's 5'6".
Yeah, that makes sense.
He gonna die.
And doesn't Oda show like what they would look like at 60 or 65? Does he show that? Yeah.
So he gonna be out by 65 with some type of illness.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with it. We got another 6 pounds from Sunnet Fam. It says, "Hey Nakama, been around for a while. First time sending a super chat. Love
thank
the
you.
things y'all do and can't wait for Larry's bad takes today." Hashtag fucking it. I love when like you're so complimentary of them and then they immediately slam you. It's
Yeah,
so
that's
great.
usually how it is. It either is the bad takes or the bald head. So
I
it's
don't
one
get
of
the
the two.
obsession with your head, bro. I
don't know.
Pause. We got another.
Yo, it's crazy.
20, I don't know what currency that is,
Just
but
say
thank you so
20,
much.
bro.
But we got another 20 from Dabrata Saha.
Yeah, you did good on that.
Maybe. Who knows? But thank you so much. I'm sorry I don't know what currency that is, but we appreciate
Yes,
all the
thank
donations.
you. Thank you so much.
But there's no super chat attached to it, so next time, by all means, say anything you want to say.
Yeah.
We got another 1-month membership to Nakama status from Alan Wells. It says, "Kuzan's Del Fruit is just boas, but better."
I
Colder.
see the similarity.
There's like a
Stoning, freezing.
there's like an element of like nuance to boas that doesn't exist for Kuzans. Like there's no
Yeah.
Luffy who's like, oh, well, I guess
Yeah.
if you're like fire.
Boobs. There's no boobs attached.
I just mean, you get what I mean, bro.
Yeah.
We got another 10 from Mahmoud Fahoud. It says, "Who's a character that if taken from their genre and taken to One Piece would be too broken? For example, Percy Jackson from the Percy Jackson, I don't know what the O is, PJO series. Olympics? I don't know. Olympia? I don't know. He'd be too broken with his powers and skills. I mean, there's a lot of broken people out here. I think the way bounties work, Light would be broken. Light could literally take out any Yonko, any Admiral, any person. But Light from Death Note.
You gotta stop doing this.
Yo, he could.
You gotta stop doing
They're
this, bro.
broadcasting their faces and names.
You gotta stop doing this, bro. He doesn't just blindly take people out.
No.
He goes, yo, who is a menace to society?
I know. I'm saying he could be if he wanted to be.
You always do this, bro. You can't just be like, yo, he can just take anybody out when Light doesn't just take anybody out.
You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. He said who could be if they entered into this universe.
Yo, but you're casting him without limitation. You can't just be like, yo, he can do anything he wants at any point. It's
Light with a Death Note and in the One Piece verse where there's pirates running rampant and their names are broadcast to you on bounties. Like, he'd be broken in this. Would he not?
Yo, he'd be broken, but he'd also be like one-shottable, bro.
I know, but Kaido and Wano would have to go find Light in wherever he's at. Well, he could just be like, let me open the newspaper. We'll see who's doing what today.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck.
Like this.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. His book, he might not even have enough hockey in order to affect somebody like Kaido.
Would the Death Note work on Conqueror's hockey users?
Because we saw Law's ability not be able to be used on Kaido and Big Mom. He couldn't shambles them.
But honestly, if you think
because their
about
hockey
it,
was too strong.
There's kind of like already a Light ability in One Piece.
They have the book fruit.
Yeah, the book fruit in Book
Yeah,
Son.
but he's terrible at it. He out here using it for steps to fly.
Yeah, he's not using it to its full potential because like he could trap you in his book and just write out your whole story of how you.
I got one. Jack Sparrow.
What?
Yes. Yes.
Jax.
No. And it fits perfectly. You want to know why?
On his side.
Plot.
Yeah.
There's people like Buggy. There's people like Usopp that specifically get catered to in the story by Will. Jack Sparrow in the Pirates of the Caribbean, he gets plotted all the time. He would be Hawks, bro.
Yeah, that makes sense.
He'd be Hawks.
Law.
Well, are we just taking just One Piece, or no? We're going.
No, you go outside of it.
Honestly, I thought Aizen's ability was ridiculous.
Oh man.
See, me and Larry chose like human people that would be rogue. You went with like a already Hawks person.
Aizen is crazy, bro.
This dude, you see it once, it's over.
Yo.
I mean, apparently that exists in One Piece.
Yo, when I tell you, Aizen would be crazy. Even like he would have Conqueror's hockey for sure.
I would think so.
And also his observation is crazy. Yo, he was planning things so far ahead and looking towards the future. And then even if we want to go off of like armament hockey, like what type would he have? He was saying like I don't want to call it like a ritual, but like he was saying like the signs in order to summon things to fight with that wasn't even a part of his sword.
Oh,
I forgot what it's called.
Like what they would all use. The
sayings. I forgot what they were called.
I don't know enough about.
I'm thinking like Dorky, but that's definitely One Piece.
But like he had like
keto or something like that.
Keto, yes, keto. He had some of the highest form of keto. So it's like, bro, he does Rio. Like that's kind of like Rio, right? So it's like Aizen would be Aizen can't enter the verse, bro.
I don't know enough, but for what I do know, yes, he would be broken in One Piece.
He'd be comparable to Shanks.
I was saying he probably above that.
Nah,
it was dimensional level stuff happening in Bleach.
We're not doing verses in each other's like own worlds. We're saying, we take whatever Aizen has, put him into the One Piece world, but everything that's in the Bleach world, he just can't do, right? So we have to be like, okay, so you're gonna do the equivalent of what this would be in the One Piece world.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
fair.
I think he would be around like Shanks' level.
I can't speak to Aizen. I just don't know enough about him. But good question.
Yeah, that was good.
We got another 10 from Anthony Herrera. It says, just to show some love to TOPT, y'all made my days and work days so much better and inspire me to do more things in life. So thank you so much for what you all do for the community. Thank you so much, Anthony. I know Larry loves hearing that.
Yeah, I
know
do.
he does, bro.
I like hearing that you guys go out and accomplish more than you think you could. So keep doing that, man. Keep grinding. I was putting out some inspirational tweets the other day. I think a couple days ago. I was just like, yo, just keep grinding, bro. Keep grinding, keep pushing, keep succeeding, work out, do all that you can to make yourself better. And believe me, you're going to reach some heights, bro, you never thought you could reach. And you're going to look down and be like, yo, why was I all the way down there? So,
yeah. We got another 5 pounds from the broker. It says, hey guys, I'll be calling in tonight after my hiatus. I'm glad that so many new people got through, as I love growing the community. Today will be something different. I will be calling to talk to you about why Garp didn't save Ace, as I have a take that I know you haven't heard before.
okay.
And he donated twice, so thank
Oh,
you,
thank
broker.
you, broker. Thank you, guys.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
We got another 2 from Anime's Judgment Day.
Yeah, that's
It
a lot of
says-
super chats.
Yo, yeah, man. It says, why'd Oda put that fraud on the cover, but not Odin? What are we talking about?
You better not be talking about Ryuma, bro.
Yo,
I swear,
what
bro.
are we talking about?
You're getting suplexed.
It can't be this one right here.
It's
can't be Zoro.
probably Ryuma, bro.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
If you think
crazy.
Ryuma was a fraud.
Oh, man.
People will say Ryuma's a fraud, but then be like, yo, Mihawk is top of the verse. I swear, bro.
Listen, the only people who would ever say Ryuma's a fraud are the Mihawk stands.
Yeah.
Like, nobody else has ever uttered that.
Nobody, bro.
So, yeah. We got another 10 from Maki Garo. I ain't forget about you. It says, I think the Gorosei is going to be totally fed up with the pirate era and may try to end it by beating the pirates to the One Piece and destroying it, sparking an all-out war and a race for the One Piece. That's a different take. That's a different focus. I don't think they bought that action, though, personally.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
They play defense too much.
Yeah, I know their biggest thing, because we all know, like, besides from Luffy representing freedom, we know that pirates represent freedom in the One Piece verse, and especially we kind of got that from 𝐸 saying that, you know? So that's why the once you put up a Jolly Roger, you're like a direct enemy to the world government, to the Marines. So their battle against them is going on for years, but they haven't really fully acted as like just deading piracy forever, you know?
Yeah.
But that's their goal, in a way, to stop it. But that's why they're trying to stop people from Pirate King and everything. But what they would do to kind of like stop everyone, pirates are just too strong for them to like just end them all, you know? Because they would have did that already.
Yeah.
So
Well, these new pirates, kind of a Big Mom not around, Whitebeard not around, Roger not around, you know? It's a little different. But we'll see. We got another 5 from Anime's Judgment Day. It says, this is late, but Seb, don't let them bully you. We love Dovi for his drip, speeches, strength, and hardcore backstory. Fishman slavery is just a bonus? Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Bro, how did that one get through?
Yo, so listen, betterhelp.com/TOPT. Get your first month 10% off. Bro.
Oh my
Please.
gosh.
Get some help.
You need some help, bro.
They
need some help, bro.
They trolling, man. They just wanted me to say that on stream. I know it, bro. We got another 5. I'm probably getting clipped for that. That's terrible. We got another 5 from Kevin Salinas. It says, Oda somewhat touched on devil fruit infused weapons. You think if someone had one in the end game, could they hockey infuse a living weapon? I think he might mean ancient weapon.
I would see why not. Yeah. Why wouldn't you be able to do it with like Pluton?
Ain't no limit with hockey, bro.
yeah, I think you can kind of, what they show, you could kind of infuse hockey with just about almost anything. Like,
Yeah.
You know, like for example, Kizaru, when he made those light mirages, they were able to cut Luffy, you know?
Yep.
So
That's true too.
We got another 5 from Axe D Charlotte. It says, Bonnie has the Toki Toki no Mi. She just uses it differently. Shout out to Threevil for that theory, and shout out to red-haired useless at the adult. Also, Big Mom will be back.
I disagree.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the idea of Bonnie having that though. I haven't seen the theory though, so I'm very amenable to my mind changing.
Of course.
But I'd need to.
If there's enough evidence.
Yeah, I'd
but
need to see
there's
that.
also evidence of devil fruits being similar to each other.
Yeah, there's so many.
There's
examples
so
of that.
many different devil fruits that are similar.
I gotta see
true.
Threevil, his thought process on that. I gotta watch that. We got another 10 for Tate Wolfgram. It says, I only watch y'all for broker. Oh, wow. Okay.
That's crazy.
Well, he's calling in later. So
Yeah,
I hope
you should stay around.
Hopefully you like what's in between.
Yeah, you know.
Shout out my boy from across the pond. Also, Bonney has the 𝗠𝐾𝐽 no me. It's back to back.
Yeah,
Back to back on that.
That video must have just came out. That's why people are like on it.
All right. We got another 8 from Mugiwara Sosa. It says, living halfway across the world, I never get to watch the lives due to time zones. Happy to finally be able to make one. Hashtag Larry has great takes.
Halfway across the world. Y'all heard that, right?
From D.
Halfway. And somebody said that.
Hey, man.
Awesome. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We got another 10 from Mahmoud Farhood. It says, PJO equals Percy Jackson and the Olympians, written by Rick Riordan. Powers include water manipulation and the power where the point where he decimated a god, breathing underwater, and he's considered a master swordsman. Yeah, he'd be broken in One Piece.
He's just a fishman.
I was surprised. He's like a
He's
strong
just a
fish.
fishman, bro. You see why Sebastian's laughing so hard.
Listen, I didn't make the correlation immediately, but he is kind of just a fisherman.
We got a lot more?
A couple more.
Okay.
Yeah. We got another 2 from Buggy the Dragon. It says, Harry Broker is back. Can't wait for your ace take. Yeah, tune in for that. Especially you, Wolfman. We got another 5 from Zai. It says, I just need to say after that, all of you, and particularly Larry, are some of the most inspirational creators I've seen. Thank you so much.
Appreciate that.
For that one.
Thank you.
Another 2 from Maki Garo. It says, can there be a Pirate King if there's no One Piece?
Yeah.
Roger became the Pirate King and One Piece didn't exist, technically. To the world, anyway. But I guess he's talking about after. Sure. You just dominate strong enough.
Yeah.
I think anybody in your profession, if you accomplish something that they haven't, they ultimately consider you like competition or the most achieved. Right? So it's like, yo, if Whitebeard saw Roger, even before he discovered the One Piece, he was like, yo, you made it to Lodestar.
Right.
I haven't done that. Like,
Right. The thing about it is, like, ultimately, like, say Whitebeard went, yo, I'm not trying to find One Piece or nothing, but I'm fighting everybody and beating them.
Yeah.
And he just did it. What they gonna say? Oh, you didn't go to Raft? Like, who cares, bro? I didn't go to this place I had no interest in going to.
It's kind of like, if I was to make an analogy, like the rap game, right? Like, Drake isn't the best lyricist of all time, right? But the thing is, he's accomplished so much that even though in order to be a great rapper, you need to be a great lyricist, even though he's not the best lyricist, he's still considered basically the greatest rapper of our time.
Right.
He just accomplished way too much that other rappers haven't, even with the lyricism.
Exactly.
Right.
There's other avenues to accomplish that goal, man.
Yeah.
We got another 5 from Jason Craig. It says, do you think Dragon will come through and fight Saturn? He started the Revolution Army with Egghead, so I see a connection. I can see that.
We had a question like this, episode 119, with Akainu and Dragon.
Yeah.
I think myself, I still have that same general thought process that if Dragon were to come, it has to be for a reason that was towards the revolutionary way of doing things. And is it going to spark this war? Like, does he even know Saturn's on the Egghead? Like, there's a lot that Dragon, even though he's a person with knowledge, probably doesn't have the knowledge of what's happening right now.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I agree. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He wouldn't know. And also, the only way I could think of it, like strategy-wise, but I don't know if Dragon's this type of person, is that, all right, because there's no way he wouldn't know that Saturn's here. But say he does find out. It's like thinking, yo, this is my chance to actually take out one of the remember. That would be a strategy-wise where you could kind of capitalize on.
I think the only information he has is when the Vegapunk, I forgot his name already, he got bodied. Shaka.
Yeah.
Shaka ended up calling to tell him, like, yo, I think I'm going to be taken out soon.
Which should prompt you, right?
Yeah, but that was before everybody even came.
Right.
Yeah. Listen, man, I said it way back. I don't know if y'all remember. I said if Dragon doesn't act based off what's happening on Egghead, he officially on my fraud watch, bro. And I mess with Dragon.
That's what it takes.
Yo, how you not acting now?
It didn't take all the inactivity that he's not done throughout the whole entire series.
I was willing to wait. I'm not willing to wait anymore.
You need to be less patient. You be saying I'm impatient. You be saying I'm impatient. You need to take notes, bro. Because you would have jumped on this train a long time ago.
Bro,
I don't know if I've ever heard that before.
Patience is not a virtue, Lawrence. Oh man, we got another 5 from Unknown Origin 18. It says, I don't see the Marines being loyal to the world government for much longer. Do you see Akainu and the Marines revolting against the world government in the final war saga? As long as Akainu and Luffy don't team up, I'm good with almost anything.
That is such a good question. What do you think, Lawrence?
I've actually brought this up before. Going to the place where were the Marines, were they here before the world government took place, or they've been here? And we kind of see them kind of clashing, or even where we saw before they were blaming the Marines or Akainu for 𝑎okiji. And they kind of have different things. Like you have certain members of either the Admiral or the Marines kind of not agreeing with the way the world government does things. So I kind of see that them kind of clashing. But I don't see Akainu being one to do it because he's in that absolute or cruel justice or whatever that kind of fits the Marines. So for it to branch away, you would need a new fleet admiral or someone running it. So either Akainu gets put down and someone takes that mantle, Kobe or Fuji or whatever. I could see them kind of branching away and maybe working with the Revs when this whole government and their system of things is brought down.
Yes.
I think this is the reason why Sword exists, right? So if there's going to be a group that branches off, that exists.
Yeah.
But the other people who stayed Marines or continue to be Marines after whatever happens or during whatever's happening will stick,
This is Lawrence brought up so many good points that if you kind of relate it to real life, it's like the police justice system, and the way it's run, and we think some cops are corrupted, some cops are good cops, but the good cops don't necessarily get the shine because they don't have a big enough effect because most of the corrupt people, even our judicial system and our political system, reign supreme. So you have to become one of the corrupt in order to make a difference, but then you just become part of the machine.
Right.
It's the reason why the Marines are the Marines is ultimately for the protection of people, to keep order and balance. And this is why, the 𝙏𝐼 situation is such a struggle for most people to understand why he didn't take action. It's because of that same reason. 𝙏𝐼 sees this as the best opportunity to keep people safe, to give people hope, to give order to chaos. He's like, this is the only way we know how to do it, even though there is some type of evil behind all of it. Right. But at the end of the day, it's a lesser evil in my eyes. So he's like, I'm going to do what I feel is right, and this is what's right. And this is why most people even go to the Marines or the Army. It's to have also a better life because they don't have much to exist in. So it's a way in for people to just better themselves, but also to give themselves reason to do something good. So it's is there a corrupt system? Yes. Will Akainu ever link up with Luffy? I don't think he would, because ultimately Luffy is the system that Akainu's trying to oppress. So it's he will never go against the 𝘏𝐺𝐼 because he just can't. It destroys everything that he believes in.
Yeah.
Right?
No. I agree. Even for example, 𝙏𝐼, because you bring up a good point. At 𝙏𝐼's time, I don't think he ever believed in the world governments in the way of doing things, but he believed in the Marines.
Exactly.
That's why, for example, he didn't want to go higher in the Marines because he realized that one of your main jobs is protecting the Celestial Dragons.
Yeah, the higher up, the closer you get to that side of the fence, where it's that's not what I'm about. I'm about this side and promoting what we're trying to do here.
A big piece of me hopes that, I know 𝙏𝐼 is still alive, but I hope we get some type of information, even if it's connected to God Valley, where we see 𝙏𝐼 and he knows what the 𝘏𝐺𝐼 are. And he says to himself, am I strong enough to take these guys out? And there might come a point in time where it's going to be interesting to see he goes and says to himself, I can't. There's just I don't have enough, and I don't have enough allies in order to do so. I also can't change the Marines by myself. So maybe I just have to just play my role in the machine and hope for something else. Because it would make sense as to also why he didn't want to save 𝐴ce, because he knew he couldn't. Or, it's just, I'm not saying this is what he's thinking. I'm just saying it would be very interesting to see his thought process if he did discover this.
Yeah. Yeah, because we keep going back to 𝙏𝐼, but he's just a great figure as in this, because if you watch 𝙏𝐼, he kind of does what he wants, but rebels against the world government and the Marines so much, but still being that hero and symbol for justice in kind of the right way. We talk about, for example, if Blackbeard is supposed to represent the wrong way of going about things, right? Luffy's supposed to represent the right way of going about things about freedom. 𝙏𝐼 represents the right way of going about it within the Marines, where Akainu and other people the wrong way to go about it in the Marines.
Yeah.
So, you know? So Garp shows the right way because he was willing to protect, you know, the Fisherman Island, all that stuff like that. That's where we see it a lot, like Luffy and Garp. They're very similar, but different, you know, I'm not saying sides of the coin, but like one chose to be a pirate because that's where he sees freedom. Garp sees freedom in the Marines, but the right way about going about it. And that's what needs to be the fleet admiral to separate themselves away from the world's government where they can be their own thing, where they can even work with the reps, what we talk about, for that piece of the people.
Yeah. All right.
Good conversation. We got another 5 from Swimming Bases. It says, can any One Piece cast survive the DCAU? Love the channel. Hashtag Crockleboy. Hashtag Sanji Fraudwatch.
DCAU?
I believe it's DC Animated Universe. Yeah.
Oh.
So like the Justice League that we watched as kids, I guess. Or whatever it is now.
Listen, bro. As much as I like to like say like Batman's that dude, if Batman could survive, then most One Piece, you know, they could survive.
Thank you, Larry.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate that.
But you trying to say
for being real.
You trying to say that Batman wouldn't have conquerors though?
He would.
Yeah, he would.
He would. If we were to place him into One Piece, yeah, he would.
He has a strong goal.
He knows he would be a conqueror.
Yeah, he would.
Yeah.
Did he have like all the rings from like the Lantern Corps at one time?
Batman would be a conqueror.
Nah, that's a fanfic pick.
He would be a conqueror. I can accept.
Yeah.
I can acknowledge that.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Yeah. We got another.
Sorry, guys. We're doing super chats so much. There's so many super chats.
Thank you,
So
guys.
we're gonna get to the chapter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It says another 5 from Robert Burns. It says, has Larry ever gotten over the Garp versus 𝐴𝐽𝐽 battle yet?
I have.
Yeah? Okay. I don't think he has. We got another 5 from Buggity Dragon. It says, Harry Broker is only back to boost about his theory being true 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I need to stop calling him Harry Broker. What? He doesn't even like that.
Guy legit using magic to read Oda's mind all the way from Hogwarts.
You guys are so nice and so mean. You're Sour Patch Kids.
We got another 2 from Terrence Matthews. It says, GM Shadow Fruit, Gecko Moria's Shadow Fruit, and Big Mom Soul Fruit are similar. Yeah, there's a lot of similar fruits, guys.
Yeah, they're similar.
Another 6 from Aldolfo. Yes, it says, Larry is the GOAT of the takes in One Piece by Portuguese man living in Ireland. Support the channel and press the like button. God bless.
Oh, thank you.
Getting love in Portugal and Ireland.
Let's go.
Yeah, bro.
You know
I'm international. I'm international.
Yeah, that, what's his? Jaheim is from the.
I don't know.
Was it Jamaica? I don't
Jamaica,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Jamaica.
Wagwan.
Wagwan. We got another 5 from Anime's Judgment Day. It says, my B thought that was Sukiyaki, not Yasue. I have no beef with Ryuma. And was trolling with the fishman thing, also clipping that. Thanks. I knew it, man. I knew it.
Guys, hold on. Guys, so we're going to do like 5 more, okay? And then we're going to get into the chapter because you guys have done a lot and I don't want the whole hour, like the extra hour that we have go to waste. So, I'm not saying that it's wasteful. I'm just saying like...
They get it, Larry.
Yeah. Like you guys have visited other One Piece content creators. They can't usually get to all of it, right? So unfortunately, we're running out of time.
Yeah. We got another 5 from Mahmoud Farhood. It says, one last thing about Percy Jackson. He's the son of Poseidon or Neptune, so the fishermen would actually worship him. Yeah, that's interesting. Okay.
So he'd just be Shirahoshi.
Chill out, bro. We got another 20 from Poison Viper. It says, hi, y'all. Love the podcast. And only 100 episodes away from catching up. To us or One Piece? If Luffy were to somehow approach you and ask you to join his crew, would you? I would run for my life. Ain't no way I can tank hits like Usopp can. Poison, appreciate the first super chat, but you're not a conqueror, bro. Don't play.
I'd say no.
No?
Yeah. I'd say no. I'd probably build my own crew.
That's true.
And then I'd probably be friends with him. Like, I'd be allies with the Straw Hats for sure.
I'm joining the crew. For sure. 100%.
I mean, if Blackbeard were to ask you, you would join. You're a liar.
Maybe.
You're no.
Maybe.
Chill, bro.
Sebastian, what do you mean he's jumping on that bandwagon?
Yeah, he's jumping on that
bandwagon. Listen.
Legit, if Buggy asked you going to?
Here's the difference. Here's the difference. With Blackbeard, he gonna like get me a fruit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
like, it's gonna be.
𝗏𝐽𝐬𝐴 there already, bro.
Listen.
He could give you the shadow ability.
I'll take it.
Yeah, yo, you
I'll
good.
take. I can instantly become like a 𝗏𝐽𝐬𝐴 level character.
I can see
in
it,
One Piece. I'll be fulfilling my destiny.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And you could also stay black.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah.
Black. But no, I wouldn't join because I would not have Luffy as my captain because I don't want anyone to be my captain. First of all, like I said, I would do my own crew, like 100%. Like,
Yeah.
I'm my own conqueror.
That's real.
When my name come up,
We got another 2 from Diamond Life. It says, any creators you would like or would want to collab with? I'll direct that to Larry.
I think we're willing to collab with anybody that's genuine. I would say that's genuine, has the best, not only for themselves, for their community, and also for us. I don't like to dive into negativities that much, but sometimes when you're a One Piece content creator, there's gonna be moments where collaborations don't necessarily benefit the person creating, and sometimes you run into people who necessarily don't have the same genuine, authentic, positive perspective between collabing. So sometimes it makes it really hard because when you collab, this is just for One Piece content or just content creators in general, just so you know. Sometimes sometimes things just don't work out even though they look like it on the other side of the screen. Like you might see like 2 content creators like collab, but they're really not collabing because they're like interested in the other person. It's always for like the benefit of themselves to gain more viewership and eyes on them. And as a content creator, you got to watch out for that because that you end up being into like some sticky parts of content creation. So you really want to develop close relationships before you start collabing. And currently we have less than a handful now. So until that happens, we're open to any collab, but it just has to be like from genuine great people, I would say. So sorry that was a long answer, but it's something very different from what we usually talk about. But this is like the general consensus of, you know, the inside of this whole game that you guys see online. It's really like, it's not as easy as you think, especially when it comes to that. Sorry, guys.
Word. We got another 5 from Panda. It says, if someone were to pass in the Straw Hats crew, who would it be and how would you like them to go out? I think we have a consensus that would be Usopp. I think we've talked about before.
Yeah.
As long as he shows that he's a brave warrior to see doing it, because he's the only Straw Hat that we believe could fulfill his dream in passing.
Yeah.
So that's me.
All right, one more and then we got to do
We only have 2 more.
Oh, 2 more?
Yeah.
All right.
We got 5 from Luffy Nick. It says, who will 𝚬𝚪 fight last? I think 𝚬𝚪 will fight Fleet Admiral as his last opponent in the story, and he will burn Akainu parallel to Ace versus Akainu. I would hate 𝚬𝚪 versus Akainu personally. I don't know who he's fighting, but I just don't want to see it.
I can kind of see that, but not like obviously not to win, but
Yeah.
you know, just do better than what you know.
I think I would like to see it if 𝚬𝚪 turns the flames blue.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and gets his get back for Ace.
Whoever
Yeah.
the strongest God's Knight is, that's my answer.
The strongest?
Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. We got another 5 from Kyron Calhoun. It says, why is Luffy gassing out in Gear 5th already? #trouble. We will get into that once we hear the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, he's been gassing out. All right, guys. I want to say thank you all for being here. To everybody on TikTok, I know we're not answering you. We can't see what you're saying. So you might want to come over to YouTube or to Facebook. To Facebook, thank you for watching. Everybody listening, thank you for listening. Also, everybody on YouTube, we're like almost at 500 concurrent viewers. Thank you so much for being here. If you want, please like the video. It supports us as much as the super chats that you're donating. So thank you. But now it's time to get into the chapter. You guys ready?
Yeah.
And now, our feature presentation.
That was great. All right. So, What a color spread we have, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I think it's only right we call this the Shimotsuki spread because almost every member of the family is on it. We have Zoro, Zombie Ryuma, Kuroshiro, I said that completely wrong, Ushimaru, Yasui, Kozaburo, Kuina, and Onimaru, who was a companion to Ushimaru. Then there's a hidden character in the back, behind a dragon. We only see the upper right side of his face. Who did you guys think this mystery character was, and what did you guys think of this color spread? And we'll start with Law.
Honestly, I really like the color spread. I thought this was dope. Zoro, they got Zoro out here looking like the main character in the series. But I thought it was dope, him even using Ryo with his Congress hockey in it. And right side by side by Ryuma, both with the sword behind them, like, you know, about to do the attack. Like, I thought that was awesome. And with the dragon in the background too, like, I don't know what that dragon is. I don't know if they're fighting that dragon or what, because with the whole Shimotsuki, when we first read about Ryuma, he's fighting a dragon, you know, and he's known for like slaying one. And the whole Zoro's supposed to carry on that, where we had him, like, you know, on Punk Hazard, take one out, and then fighting Kaido. And so it's like the Shimotsuki they're always fighting dragons. I don't know what it is, but it's just funny. And for this figure, to me, I would think that's probably Zoro's dad. I don't know. That's who I kind of thought it was, because we know this guy with the blue hair right next to the fox is not him, because that's the guy from Ringo. And I totally did not place Yatsu as a Shimotsuki. I forgot he was. I was just like, oh yeah.
How do you forget about Yasui, man?
Because to me, he's so different from when you've seen when he's in Oden's flashback to now. Like, I always forget that they're like the same person. You know? So then when you see him like as in, like, he's such a different character, because he's like very serious, always scolding Oden, and then out of nowhere he's just like this complete goofball and shorter older man. You know, when we see him now, he's like a complete different character. And honestly, just to close up, I don't know why, I like the way they made Kuina look. I think they kind of made her look older and more like not a little girl, but like kind of like a warrior, but like also gave him a more feminine look. But because to me, I like the drawing, the artwork of him, like, and how Kuina's dad is always smiling too, like the smiling swordsman or something. But yeah, I like this. It was really dope to me.
All right, Seb?
Yeah, I thought it was fire as well. I forgot Zoro be having them Chelsea's on, bro.
Yeah.
I forgot he be stunting in them Chelsea's, bro. As for who the guy in the background is, I like the shout out to potentially being Zoro's dad. I doubt it.
His name is Arashi.
Yeah, I forgot that. But I thought it was either one, Ryuma himself, like the live version of him, or two, just that daimyo. That there is a daimyo who was like the Shimotsuki head during Sukiyaki's time when they met, right? And they showed him on panel for a little bit, and it's not Ushimaru. So I assumed it was him when I read it, like I saw it originally. But I like the idea, like, and that would be why that he would be in the back, because like nobody really knows him that well. But I don't know if they ever showed his hair color scheme or whatever. So
You talk about the one they said that Zoro resembles like spitting image of him?
no, that's him.
Okay.
With the dog, right?
Ushimaru he was of Ringo.
Yeah.
He was the daimyo of
I'm
Ringo.
saying the
The guy
daimyo
that
before
disappeared.
him.
The daimyo before him.
Yeah. They
The one that
showed
disappeared?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
So
Oh, that's interesting.
So
I didn't think about that.
That's who I was thinking it was. I'm probably wrong,
Uh-huh.
but
That's
I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm right, but that's who I thought it was.
That's interesting.
Immediately, because Ryuma's
That
already
makes
on there.
sense.
I didn't think he'd be on there twice.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I thought too.
So, again, like Lauren said, I loved seeing Kuina. There's so
Yeah.
many jokes. Like, she's become a punchline and a meme now in the community. But like, that is still Zoro's like best friend slash
best
goal
friend.
slash like in reason for pushing as hard as he does, right? Or at least in part. So it's cool to see her. Surprised she was wearing pink. I feel like she's always wearing white. Like every time I think of Kuina, she's wearing white. And
Yeah,
whatever.
she was always wearing a white shirt back then. Yeah.
So I was like, okay,
I don't see much Tashigi, in all honesty.
good, bro.
Jesus, Sebastian.
Bro. The one thing that I also wanted to point out is the sheath on Enma. It should just be longer, bro. Enma is like
Enma's a big sword.
it's a huge sword.
Yeah.
Like it's always been so wild to me that it's been this inconsistently drawn between Zoro and
Yeah, it should be like a toothpick.
yeah.
And we got Lionel here.
Hey.
Perfect timing, man.
You know what we should do? We should have like a Family Matters.
Yo, I was
Type of
gonna
thing?
make that joke earlier, bro. Like when Lotto comes, we should have like a whole like he stops and says a joke or whatever. What?
Wait, Marv, should I move over a little bit more? Yeah?
Yo, Mosh in the chat. What's up, Mosh?
What's up, Mosh?
What's up, Mosh?
Mosh.
Mosh,
Moshi.
Sorry, guys. We're just gonna adjust for Lionel.
Finally, you missed
then-
like 800 super chats.
Yo, bro, there was a lot of super chats.
And really good questions.
Yeah,
Too.
Yeah, they were
really
good
good
questions. We got into some pretty good topics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said it's Zoro's distant cousin. Oh man.
All right. We're all good. All right, guys, we're back. Yeah, we were just going over the color spread. Do you want to comment on it, or are you good?
I mean, I just thought it was really dope. I don't really have that much to say on it, but I just thought it was really cool. I just want to know who, I guess the guy in the red, in the back might be Zolo's father. But that's
Yo, we all had to say, yo, me,
Not
and
me.
Lawrence.
Not your boy.
Yeah.
I think different. No, I'm
So I should have to go in.
Yeah, so Sebastian thought it was the previous daimyo to Ushimaru, who was the daimyo during Sukiyaki's reign.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
He
that
thought
one
that
that
was
disappeared.
The one that disappeared.
Okay, his hair is similar to that?
We don't know.
We don't really know.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, I love this color spread.
Yeah.
This color spread is, oh man, it's fire, bro. Like, I'll be looking at other color spreads and they're artistically like amazing, but like sometimes you just love to see like Zoro. You love to see the aesthetics of like the clan, like they legit look like they go mad hard. I love seeing the green lightning, which hopefully we start seeing versus Lucci like sooner than later. When I look at Kyo, what's his name, bro? What's his name? I forgot his name. Kyoshiro. He's the guy that trained Zoro.
Yeah.
You can't tell me he didn't murk his daughter, bro.
What?
Wait, you can't tell me. Look at
What's
his
wrong
face,
with
bro.
you?
Look at his face, bro.
What are you talking about?
Yo, no man smiles. Listen.
What?
No man looks like that ever to any degree when he loses his daughter, bro. I'm sorry,
Listen, bro.
The Kuina vibes,
This
like
is still shot from his life. This isn't like she just passed. This is me.
he murked his daughter.
Dude,
I'm
this
telling
is
you
gotta
that
be
right
Wild,
now.
that's your wildest
Dude,
theory.
this is
Yeah.
gotta be like what, like 12 years later?
And
maybe?
he's still smiling, bro. He wasn't sad that day.
The thing is, it's just a still shot from any random moment in his life.
All
It's
I
not that moment.
know that Kuina was on the rise, being known through all the dojos, and he was like, "Yo, I'm about to get usurped by a woman," and that was her whole steez.
This is crazy.
Was like, "Yo, I'm a woman,
Crazy.
and I'm a powerful swordsman, and he thinks I'm gonna be weaker, so I can't just do things."
What is it called when you?
And then he
do
was
that?
like, "Yo," and then he was like, "Yo, here's these stairs." So called. That's what I'm saying, bro. He look a little suspect, bro. You know what he looks like? He has the same face as that guy from Full Metal Alchemist that turned his daughter into a dog. You know what I'm talking about.
Yo, you got problems.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I don't
No,
remember. You're
she was
crazy,
sick
bro.
though, right? She was sick.
No.
I don't remember her being sick.
She had to be, because I'm telling
He
you right
wanted
now.
to create a chimera, bro. So he took his daughter and combined it with a dog.
Yeah, but that's
No,
what I'm
you
saying.
because she was sick.
Same vibes, bro.
I do
Same
remember that.
vibes,
But
bro.
Kuina had to be sick. But that one was different.
Kuina wasn't sick.
He was losing.
She probably had that time in a month.
Stupid.
She was chilling.
Because I'm telling you right now, it's gonna sound crazy, and I'm gonna get a lot of heat from this. One from way before the Fullmetal Alchemist thing. I think he was trying to bring back his daughter, or like his daughter was like passing. Like that's why.
No,
but
bro.
Kuina had to be sick. Because I'm telling you right now, if you lost to a flight of stairs, there's no way you're becoming the world's greatest swordsman.
Yo, that's what's crazy
There's
because
no
we
way
know
you're
that. We know they weren't dying
Larry's
the
point
stairs,
is that
bro.
it wasn't the stairs, it was him. he did something,
Listen, bro.
got her down the stairs, said, "Oh, it was the stairs."
Guarantee you he sniped her, bro.
This is crazy.
Anyway, let's continue.
I did not anticipate that.
Yeah, bro.
It's like this.
I forgot his name, but I was like,
It's
yo,
like
he wildin',
Koshiro.
bro.
It's
All right.
Koshiro, I think.
All right, guys, let's go to the next subject. All right, guys, we'll get to super chats. Please do not worry. We're just gonna get through the chapter somewhat. All right. Also, if you haven't liked the video, please like the video and thank you. All right. Chapter opens up with the title and it says the 5 elders, Godhead of Science and Defense, Saint J. Garcia Saturn. We have a flashback of Atlas yelling out to all pacifistas to wipe out all the Navy sailors. They oblige, and the Navy's worried about it. The pacifistas start rampaging. Stella, Atlas, Frankie, and Sanji come down with the Vega tank, riding on clouds. Sanji said he's found Bonney with his lady radar. Creepy. Vegapunk says this doesn't sound scientific, but he'll have faith. So Sanji, being frustrated with the speed they're going, rushes forward ahead of them. Bonnie's taking shelter, and she noticed the pacifistas have switched sides. A vice admiral, whose name we still don't know, notices her and attacks with a staff tipped with a seashell. Bonnie finds a gun and shoots a couple of Marines with her power called near-death experience. It turns a Marine into a skeleton and he comes back to life. The Vice Admiral with the clam staff wants to know what happened, and the Marines say they saw a river and are scared out of their mind.
The river Styx.
River Styx, yeah.
Never mind.
I saw it.
It's a reference to being gone. Passing through the river.
I know. I was going to let y'all comment about it.
You said all rivers. My bad.
You want me to be super detailed in every question? I'm being general, bro. All right. Bonnie runs into a pacifista and freezes up. Another vice admiral by the name of Bluegrass is riding the pacifista and says she has the ride fruit. She can take control of anything as long as she's riding it. Bonnie can't help but think of Kuma, and as she's about to get fired upon, Sanji saves her. Shout out to Sanji. Sanji says she has to be smarter, but then the nameless vice admiral turns into an otter and swings down on them. Sanji takes Bonnie and dodges the attack. Vegapunk catches up to them and tells the pacifistas are on their side now. What did you guys think of this part of the chapter? And we'll start with Seb.
All right, the ride fruit is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
That's wild.
I need to see her in her prime,
Facts, bro.
I need to see her in her prime,
I'm trying to see what prime Vice Admiral Bluegrass look like.
We was just giving ranks on top 5 women in a verse. I need to see her, bro, at like age 25, bro.
She
show me what's up, bro.
She built
That's definitely not prime, man.
all the way different.
Yeah, bro.
I like Sanji and Vegapunk's interaction about like my lady radar or whatever. That's not very scientific, but I'll have faith.
That was so funny, though. It was funny.
Bonnie was out here, bruh.
Yeah, Bonnie was
Seen
out
that
here.
split, bro?
Bro,
Listen, man.
I'll do anything for ice cream.
Listen, she was
Banana
out
split,
here.
baby. No,
She was out here, and just what she did. The NDE attack.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My
bro.
man said, "Oh, yo, he was not ready, bro."
Yo, literally, when people be like, "I'm dead."
You did.
Yeah, man, it's a wild attack. I like Bonnie in the pocket fighting. You know, people talked about who the strongest supernovas are, who the weakest supernovas are.
Yeah.
There's been some discussion at like where Bonnie ranks there. I think her holding her own even against Vice Admirals. Like I know Vice Admirals aren't rated crazy high in the One Piece community, but just in the pocket fighting in this kind of a situation where you're outnumbered, you're still dealing with Vice Admirals, you're still getting these kind of attacks off. I like that.
Yeah.
I did. I had forgotten about her Kuma trauma. I did.
I thought she got past it after we came back and everything was solved.
I just completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
So like when it came back up, I was like, oh, she back on that bull, right? Like I was like, she back on that BS. Like I thought we, you know. And then Sanji came through. You know, Sanji he saves the women. You know, and then
when he's at his best.
When he's at his best. You know? Yeah. We'll see about later. But in general, I thought it was funny. That's the thing about Egghead. There's comedy here, but it's still dope action taking place. Like I like the little war with the pacifistas and the Marine grunts. Like I was reading this chapter from the perspective of one of these Marine like regular soldiers. Like if you saw like in the second page, one of these guys is like terrified out of his mind, just like freaking out because now it's like, oh, I came with the pacifistas and now they're trying to take me out and I got to capture Bonney and I'm just like a regular Marine grunt. I'm not built for this. Right? So like he's freaking out. He's worried. They're screaming in terror. And like I like that kind of like that war that's taking place. Even though normally we bypass this stuff for the more interesting and juicy stuff with like the Admiral and Luffy. I think this is not more, but it's more compelling than it normally is for me to read these kinds of chapters, read these kinds of moments.
You know why? Because you're getting the inside of the Marines that we normally don't get.
Yeah, probably. Like normally we just have fodder, right? And it's like now we have like at least this is Vice Admiral. Or this is this person. Like even this fodder dude, it's like, yo, he's dealing with a lot right now. Like I got here, we gotta take out Vegapunk. We got Bonney here. Luffy and his crew is here. Like it's just like, oh.
It's a little too much.
It shows you it's too much for them.
Yeah.
I like seeing that.
All right. We'll pass it to Lionel. What do you think about this part of the chat, bro?
So I actually didn't get to read the accurate translation.
Yo, law. Can we turn that vibrate off, bro? All right, Lionel.
Yeah, so I read the other translation. I didn't read that more up-to-date, accurate one. And I didn't realize that she said that, because when she, the Bluegrass talked about her ability, I just thought it was like inanimate objects, like, pacifeces, whatever. But she said she could ride anyone.
Word.
Like, any individual. That could be facts. Shut up.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't.
Yo, we were just talking about Paramecias earlier.
Yeah,
This is top one.
Yeah, bro.
This the one, bro.
She top.
She top on top.
On top.
Yeah, done? Yeah.
She heard Pony
Yo, what
by...
do you-
Yo, bro. She heard Pony by Genuine, bro, and
Yo,
said, I took that literally.
That's her awakening.
Yeah.
That just starts playing in the background, and she
Grind
go
on
crazy.
me. Pretty
Listen,
Ricky playing in her headphones right now, bro.
I ain't begging you to. No, let me stop. Let me stop.
done.
Just saying. I'm just saying, bro. Y'all talking about mythical zones?
She mythically riding, bro.
She different.
Catch it. Yo, she gonna jump on that girl, sir.
Sadly.
Yeah, I'm stupid. Yeah, I
Right.
can't. But I just I can't really even comment anymore with Shad, yo. Because I feel like anything I say from this point,
Lawrence is like, I hate these guys.
Y'all know when y'all read that chapter, me and Larry was gonna act up, bro.
Yo, yeah, I knew it, bro. All right, my bad. Lionel, go, bro.
I don't know. Like, dude, her ability to change things, man. All right, that's it. I'm not even going to touch on that. I can't with you guys. I don't even know. I lost my train of thought. I can't. I wanted to let Lawrence go. You made me mess up. I can't think of anything anymore. Lawrence, go. I can't.
Anywho, no, I'm kidding. So honestly, I think it's funny how Sanji kind of gained a new ability, right? Because you want to. What I mean is, like, for example, I'm going back to like pre-time skip. One of the things he gained, because we didn't really necessarily see this. We already knew his infatuation with women beforehand, post-time skip. I mean, pre-time skip, right? But we realized when he was on, what's his name? Ivankov's kingdom, right? Mm-hmm. He has nothing but like men there, right? So I feel like this is where this ability developed. It's just like I'm trying to find a woman.
Nah, it can't develop there because you got Ivankov there.
Yeah,
So at any point,
because we started seeing it mostly from like I think the first time we really seen this like after post time skip was on I don't know if we've seen it on Sabaody, but we definitely seen it on Punk Hazard. Yeah. When he came to rescue 𝘚𝑠⁻₻. But I'm thinking his search to get away from the men and find a woman, he developed this radar to find a woman. So I thought it was hilarious because ever since then he could find like we seen it on Wano, we seen it nonstop.
That is kind of true. That is kind of true.
And to add for it, Sanji started doing Geppo already. He could have just Geppo'd out of that island if he wanted to.
Oh, so you're saying he in the
he
closet?
He stayed intentionally. Listen,
he in the closet.
That's it.
Listen, man. Ever since I saw him get swung around in that dress,
he moaned too.
He moaned, man.
He a little grunt.
That was Phil.
Yo, you know I just peeped, bro.
What?
Bonney could transfer Bluegrass back to her prime, bro.
Yo, all I need is 20 minutes.
I can't.
All I need is 20 minutes, man.
Back to that. Okay.
Right, fruit.
Yo, what's her awakening, bro?
Yo, listen.
Anyway, so, and the cloud wheels is awesome to me. Like that technology that Vegapunk keeps. I'm gonna comment a little more on it later, but like it's just awesome. So then we go into here, Bonnie's ability. I thought it was interesting, right? Because when we see her ability, we always just see affect obviously the outer appearance. They turn into babies and they turn into like old men or like you change the age. So then with this one kind of wrong because I kind of separated them two. It seems like she could just affect the mind too. She could age your mind or bring your mind to like say like she keeps you at your age here, but she just ages your mind or youngers your mind. Because right now I'm thinking because they didn't change in their age here, but their mind went to a death-like experience, right? So it's showing like she could just, it's not just the body, like, oh, you get weak condition. I can affect the age of your mind, you know? To me, that makes it even stronger or better because now you could pinpoint even greater thing where it could take you outside of what your prime. Because like, yeah, you age, but you're still in your prime mind. You know, yeah, I'm younger, but I still have my wits about me. But no, I could have changed that too, where like I can make you completely, you know, I can. But yeah, I was trying to shoot up her ability so she can affect the process of your mind.
they debating on who should best eat the right. Yo, don't win it, bro.
Yo, it makes me laugh though because legit a handle comes out of nowhere and goes on top of them. She forms a handle to right,
bro. Choke me, bro.
And one, I'm like, why are you? How old she is? Why are you still in the game? You old, like
yo, because they don't got pensions, Lawrence.
Yeah, they don't got pensions, bro. They need to work until they pass.
Why you think Tsuru's still out here, bro? She's a vice admiral too. She's been a vice admiral for decades.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, and just close up on my end, just showing it like Bonney. Yeah, she probably recovered or got past the trauma with her dad, but it's going like that shows the relation between her father and her is that she still can't bring to attack someone that even resembles like her dad. You know, we talk about like. I put it down for like a second, pretty much. Like it shows that, like for example, we talk about like the good dads here. That we can't even remind that Kuma must have been a really, really good father to her. That the love right here, like even like she knows that these are not her dad, but she can't even bring herself to attack it. Whereas like all she feels is love from them. You know, like that's my dad. So shout out to Kuma, and I feel like I'll say it till later, but like this is the backstory. Right. You know,
Lionel, you want to go? Or you want to pass?
No, I'll pass.
You'll pass?
I mean, actually, one thing was the weapon that Bonney has, is that hers or that's Vegapunk?
I feel like she just found it on the floor, bro. Because it wasn't in her hand before.
Right?
She just used it to projectile her ability out.
Yeah.
I don't know how she doing that, but
that's
I love
crazy.
it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's fire.
That's what I was going to bring. I don't know, like, is she just adapting to her situation just... Because unless she's familiar with Vegapunk's tech and stuff, she's just using it like she knows how to use it this whole time. And it's crazy to me. But I think she has relations with Vegapunk, like they know each other. So I guess she knows some of his tech and stuff. So I guess, but yeah, that's the only thing I want to say.
For me, these are moments when Sanji's at his best. Like I told y'all, like I'm not a big fan of pervy Sanji. Not a fan of him getting too much spotlight where the story depends on him. But there are times where like, he's just a dope character, and this is like one of the dope moments where he instinctively just knew where she would be, sped past everybody else to make sure that she was safe, which is one of my favorite things. And then he dodges an attack from a vice admiral who went hybrid form into an otter, which I think that's probably one of the cool abilities that, because at first, when I first seen him before I found out he was an otter, I possibly thought he was a fishman. And I was like, yo, did they let a fishman become a vice admiral? And then he turned into the otter, and it's very hard to see that he turned into it, but it's very interesting that he is it, and he's using some type of staff with a seashell. So that's really cool to me. Bonney giving the near-death experience was interesting because I was like, what if she used that on Brooke? What would happen?
Near life experience.
I'm
alive. Oh, no.
He goes back to life. That would be crazy. He gets like his skin back and his eyes and everything.
She might be able to do that.
That would be crazy. All right. Anyway, I'm kind of over the whole Bonney being traumatized by like every pacifista she sees.
Yeah.
Whatever happened that wasn't shown when Egghead was off screen and they were just like done with everything. She went through the bubble. She learned whatever she learned, and she's still having this. I get it. Trauma doesn't go away immediately, but like at the end of the day, like what really has been done now. So you shouldn't be able to like get caught in this. But again, people are different. People have different traumas. I can't really blame her. I'm not her, right? And then what's the final thing I wanted to say? I think that was it. Shout out to Sanji. I like Sanji this chapter.
We got Cheston in the chat judging me for my polls. Listen, best candidate to eat the ride fruit gotta be Doll, bro. Gotta be.
All right.
Or not.
Anyway, let's get into probably the most important part of this chapter. Before I start reading this chapter, Lawrence and Lionel, I know we're gonna have some like religious talks, so I really want to ask you guys some questions during your segments of giving your takes, if you don't mind. So, yeah, let's get into it. All right. Guys, we will read super chats. Please do not worry. We're going to get to them. All right. If you haven't liked the video, please like the stream. It does us great. We head back to the Labo phase where Luffy and Kizaru are scrapping. Kizaru says he ain't got time for Luffy. Luffy says, that's the point. So Kizaru just dips off and Luffy runs after him on air, right? He did that against Kaido. Then all of a sudden, Kizaru, Luffy, Zoro, Lucci, and some vice admiral feel something. Jinbei takes notice too and wonders, what is this unearthly presence he's feeling? Then someone tells the Marines to stand down. The pacifistas listen. Atlas takes notice and yells to the pacifistas to listen, but they won't. And then a black circle with a star appears in front of some Marines, and lightning is coming out of it. A Marine notices a magic pentagram. It's then alerted to all Marines that Saint Saturn is disembarking upon Egghead. All Commodores and below are not allowed to have an audience with him. Vegapunk cannot believe a 𝐴 member is here. Frankie is in disbelief. A black figure starts to form out of this pentagram and Sanji takes notice. A Marine wonders, what's this monster he's looking at? And Saturn seems to murk the Marine with a glance. Then we see St. J. Garcia Saturn in his Zoan awakened form. He says that he hasn't been on the surface for a long time. So, what are your thoughts on this, guys? And between you and Lionel and Lawrence, who wants to go first? Because I want to hear from you two specifically.
Lionel.
Lionel? All right, Lionel. Take it away, brother.
So again, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't realize because I didn't read the newest translation. So like what you guys said before, like I didn't think of when Saturn was coming out of that, whatever that thing is. I thought it was part of Vegapunk's his own egghead. Like he created something, but now it seems like no, Saturn actually created a pentagram and it's called magic. So magic, whatever, if it's actually magic or not, I'm not exactly sure. Mm-hmm. But I thought it was crazy. I honestly don't know if that's from his ability or that's actually hockey with the lightning. I wasn't sure. I don't think, because again, people sometimes it's very confusing sometimes how leakage and black lightning, they look similar but they are different. Like just because you have black lightning doesn't mean you have conqueror's hockey. And doesn't but you could tell mostly because leakage is more of a straight line, while black lightning is obviously it's more of a zigzag type of like weird design. So, but again, we'll find out more for later on if Oda reveals it. But I just hope it doesn't or doesn't go that far into the pentagram and this being magic. Honestly, me personally, I prefer that he doesn't. Mm-hmm. Because again, that goes into other because wait, how far did we go?
We went to where he just appears. Okay. Yeah, he just appears. Like he shows his own form.
Yeah. But I thought it crazy. Like everybody started sensing Saturn. Like pretty much, mostly the top strongest people. Sanji didn't really mention it. It's weird because he's like mostly the avid observation user out of the group, and he didn't make a notice of it or felt anything. Like Jinbei, Zolo, Luffy, Kizaru, all of them felt something. But Sanji didn't show that he showed anything. But he's also right there. Like he probably sees what's happening right now, but he didn't mention feeling anything. But I just crazy seeing the 𝐴𝐴 actually have this presence for a long time because we always wonder all right, who are the 𝐴𝐴? Are they even really fighters? I'm getting a little more, but just because you have an ability doesn't mean you're like even like anything. Like we have people who have pretty good abilities and they're still not even that great. So like, but the fact that he's coming and having an appearance and everybody, because he was here this whole time.
Yeah.
And nobody really felt him until he made his presence known. Now it's like, oh snap, what is that? So it shows like, yo, like, and that go might give into can you actually hide your presence? Like what was he giving off? Unless he's admitting something now, I don't know. Or maybe it's his ability, we don't know. But I always wondered like, how can you not feel somebody then feel somebody later on? Like what are they doing to give off a certain presence like that? Can you hide your power or your hockey or whatever it is that makes it unnoticeable? And that kind of reminds me of what I think that happened in Zoe with Luffy. Like with the Minx, I think at one point that Luffy didn't sense any of them. That I know where Luffy all of them just flew past Luffy. And Luffy's like, oh snap, I'm surrounded. So I was wondering if, I never knew that you could actually hide your presence. This actually gives more evidence that you could. And the fact that it's alarming a lot of people, like this 𝚬𝙪. And granted, we don't know who's the strongest out of the 𝚬𝙪, because I think people think that Saturn might be the weakest because he's the first shown. But I don't know, like, I think it might be all around the same strength. But I just thought it was, like, just coming to this moment was pretty dope to me. Like, and the fact that, like, the pacifist immediately just stopped. And I always questioned Vegapunk. You really gave, I mean, good, I don't know what all entails it, but you really gave pretty much the five elders that power that negates you. Like, now, again, you kind of, like, gave them the hand to take you out.
Yeah.
So, like, again, you created these things. You could have did a little maneuver, like, you think I'm saying that, would I think that they could cancel my order? But, like, nah, I'm going in your favor. Because you know, like, yo, you are not most likely going to be allies with them all the time.
Yeah.
And you give them this authority and power, especially with the Seraphims. Now, if you just did it to the pacifistas and the Seraphims are different, then that's actually smart. Because now you made a higher power compared to the pacifistas on your side, negating the 𝚬𝙪, what they say. But now it's the same one and the same. It fixed the pacifistas and the Seraphim. Like, if he could just shut it down just like that, then Vegapunk, that kind of shows, like, you're a genius. You're one of the smartest people in One Piece. This was an idiotic thing to do. Granted, I don't know what entails. I don't know what, like, if they have that much power, they force Vegapunk to do it.
They probably forced him to do it.
I mean, I don't know, but I think he's smart enough to somehow get. Like, again, I wasn't there. I don't know, but I think he's smart enough to somehow trick them.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah,
All right. Law?
Yeah, honestly, to me, so I'm going back to the fight with Luffy and Kizaru. I just want to comment briefly on it. And what Luffy says here, it makes me kind of feel where I don't really like. Is that so, like, Luffy, are you not trying to take out Kizaru right now? You're just trying to stall for time, you know? Especially when, like, you know, your ability runs on time itself. Like, you don't have a long time to stay in this ability. So many times, like, you know, he says, I don't have time to be dealing with you. He goes, that's the point. I'm supposed to keep you here. But it'll be more effective. And it shows, remember, we talked about how Luffy didn't really do any real damage when he had legit Kizaru in his hand. You know, he just decided to throw him. It's like you're not really utilizing your ability in a way to be effective to kind of stop Kizaru or immobilize him. You're just kind of stalling for time at this point, which is not really the effective way because this is an admiral we're dealing with, you know? So I didn't really like when I found out here that Luffy just really fighting that because later on we see, I mean, I don't know, we didn't get there yet. But anyway, just like, I don't like how Luffy, you're not fighting him seriously enough, you know? And we could chalk up to either Luffy's natural carefreeness or I feel like the ability itself is even making him even more so like that because of the properties of the fruit and Nika. And going into here, so seeing Saturn's presence now, right? To come up and it looks like, yeah, you could think, all right, he has confidence hockey or whatever. We don't know, and it could make sense. Like, Doflamingo's not going to be the only celestial dragon that has it. It could be Emu or the five elders. I'm not sure. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm going to let it play out. But seeing this ability here, right, made me think that, because I always alluded to that the 𝚬𝙪 and 𝐸𝐴, I don't know if I said it on the podcast, but I remember I shared it before, that I kind of feel like they had a power outside of the fruits, right? And seeing how the fruits show it here, or the power shows it here, I should say, it kind of seemed like something different. Like, when can we see the other fruits kind of have a ability like this? I know not all fruits the same or run the same, but I kind of feel like there's something different here with them, right? So I actually went back to what Vegapunk talked about, you know, the fruits when he first saw, you know, the Nika form. And he actually said something interesting going back to it. And it wasn't just for the not the Gorosei, but it was actually what he talked about with Luffy's fruit. He says, right, that, it comes from like people's hopes, dreams, and desires, right? But he also mentions that, Nika will always be around as long as people keep wishing for him, right? But then he says right here, after he says that, and the reason I'm bringing it up because he kind of separates like Nika and the fruits. Because he says like they always come, right? Nika will always exist, will always appear. He will never disappear because people keep wishing for him. He goes, even the fruits, right? All these things are brought into the world through hope. To me, I don't feel I'm reading it wrong, but I kind of feel like he separated Nika and the fruits. And now I started thinking, all right, now we look at, for example, why Nika's, the cloud thing we saw, what represents the awakening, is white. Versus how everyone's kind of seeing is kind of like black or something, right? So it made me think of, for example, because we go into more about, he says, hopes, desires that people are wishing for, why are these fruits coming through the vision. He even mentions like a different dimension, right? That these powers are from a dimension that someone wished for from outside that, and they're from the past and now they came to fruition. And I always thought of like when people are wishing for something, it's because they don't like their situation now, right? And I thought of what if they're being repressed? That's why they wanted something different. Who would be repressing them? The whole show kind of shows that for a long time, for 800 years or even more, that these powers is kind of like the world government or maybe the war beforehand. But I kind of feel like these fruits kind of came from wanting something different because of the world government kind of, or the people in power. Maybe not necessarily they were ruling at that time collectively, but they were being repressed because of the power that those kingdoms represented or all of them had. The 20 kingdoms, the celestial dragons. So I thought that the fruits kind of came in a way to oppose the power that already existed that the Gorosei had, And the reason I add this is because, like, going back to what 𝐴𝐿 was talking to Law about, he kind of mentions that secret room that they have, right? And he mentions if he had, that ability there, the 𝑗𝐸𝐴 fruit, and with the knowledge he knows from that secret room, he would be like basically 𝐸𝐸, Because what it grants you is the powers for eternal. Because obviously the Gorosei are kind of using these abilities that came into fruition from people's wishes against them, but we don't really see them. It's rare that we see them really eat it themselves. Like, I talked about, the celestial dragons, they kind of make people eat them, but they don't eat them, right? But I kind of feel like, what if that room is there a different power source that 𝐸𝐸 is utilizing to keep in power, And the Gorosei would have tapped to that, only because it's saying the difference here. And the reason why I'm saying is the cloak thing, right, is the reason why Nika's is white, and why theirs is different is because, like, he's represented as, like, a god, But he keeps coming back because people keep wishing for him. So kind of like a purity, or like he's really God. But like now you have these other entities that the Gorosei represent or are that are outside of that, are different from that. That's why theirs is black and his is white. So I'm just thinking about I feel like there's a reason why for that. There's a difference in the color of that cloak that's around that kind of represents a possible awakening. But I kind of feel like I'm probably going to be wrong on this because the fruits are kind of like one of the powers in here, but I kind of feel like the Gorosei have something different, or extra, I should say, than the fruits itself.
All right. Seb?
All right, so one, to speak on the Luffy versus Kizaru thing, I think it's funny that Lawrence is coming at Luffy for not instantly trying to take Kizaru out when he was on all that stuff about Rayleigh could do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. I thought it was funny. Obviously, the cartoonish effects here with like Luffy, running on air and Kizaru disappearing like that. He should be taken a little more seriously, though. I think we've addressed this a few times.
Yeah.
I'm not too mad at it, but he should be taking Kizaru a little more seriously. If he was, maybe get him up out of there. Maybe. I'm not sure that he can. I thought it was interesting that everybody, had that reaction to Saturn. I thought that was a great way to show how imposing he is. I know I'm not here to be on some like, I was right, haha, like the Gorosei are strong, because I still don't know what this means. Yeah. Right? I still don't. I need to see what happens next. But if you want to make a character look imposing, have some of the elites of the game take note of their presence.
Yeah.
And they did that. Like Kizaru, Luffy, Zoro, Jinbei, I don't want to say the other guy, but like Lucci, whatever. Like, having those people who we know are strong be like, what is that? Like, ho. that's a very great way to have that kind of imposing figure show up. And him saying to the pacifistas to stand down and them doing it immediately is going to be completely, like, the twins will understand this. It reminded me of Dad. I don't know my father. I don't know our father. His voice is extremely deep.
Yeah.
If he says something and he's serious about it, it's like God is calling out to you. So
Mufasa from
it's Mufasa from James Earl Jones. So when he said pacifista stand down, I read that at Dad's book. And I was like, damn. Like, that's how I felt. Like, that was what just happened. Like, Dad just came and called out to me to the attic. So I was freaking out.
You have bonding trauma.
Yo, bro, I did. For like 2 seconds, I did.
You like Dad?
I'm gonna say this. Reading the chapter itself, my initial reaction when I saw like that seance circle thing, it freaked me out. For reasons beyond One Piece, because of y'all. I'm not even playing.
Yeah.
I think Larry probably had the same reaction.
Same.
We've talked about it a couple times in the past, like what Magic's implications could mean on the series and what it could mean for y'all. And I legit was like, no. You know what I'm saying? Don't do this. But at the same time, I understood it because I had at least a little bit of an anticipation for this being something that could be this power system that the top tiers use, right? Where it's like, yo, it's beyond Devil Fruits, like Lawrence was saying. It's beyond just hockey, you know? That's what the regular people have to use. Us here at the top, we have something different. I always hoped it wouldn't be Magic, just for the reasons for the twins and everything. But when I saw that, I was like, yeah, it's looking kind of magical out here.
Yeah.
As far as Saturn itself showing up, I just talked about making somebody imposing. You double down on that when you make it so that people of a specific level can't even exist in your presence. And they did that, and it wasn't just like, I think y'all talked about it with Aizen even earlier, or in general. Something I know about Aizen is that, like, if you don't have a strong enough, what do they call it, 𝗍𝐺?
𝗍𝐺,
You can't exist in his presence.
Yeah, that was, it was hard, bro.
They you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Commodores and below, y'all can't be up here. This dude here, decapitation.
Yeah.
Right? And I didn't expect all that.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, hold up. Right? Because now it's like, even if I'm not crazy strong, I have something to me that makes it so it doesn't matter that I'm not crazy strong. Something I can do is this. Like, fodder can't exist here. You can't even be fodder in my presence. You have to be in a Commodore. Like, I think Smoker he became a Commodore like late pre-time skip.
It's Rear Admiral and up.
Right. Yeah. Like, you got to be strong enough to get some respect out here.
Yeah.
To even be out here. So I thought that was dope. I thought Saturn looked cool. As far as the sign, like the actual circle, people had pointed out that it's similar to the circles that's in the back of the 𝗁𝐺𝐸's actual chamber room. So maybe that it is just something that they have as in general. And Atlas saying, like, yo, the hierarchy is what it is. The only people that can override us are the 5 elders. It was like a realization, like, yo, we might have messed up. Like, we might have really screwed the pooch here because now what we gonna do?
Yeah.
Right? And then I think that's where you ended as far as where it is,
Yeah,
right? So I'll stop there. But the last piece there where Saturn says, the surface has been such a long time, I thought that was really interesting. Because what is he saying with that? Because typically when you talk about the surface, you're rising up like you did, and that typically means you're from below, right? So, like, they always talk about heaven with them, right? Like, they're the gods. They're up in heaven. They're up on the Holy Land. But if you're on the surface, it implies that you're coming from below. So are they actually, like, devils, demons, or something of a lower, you know?
Yeah.
And I started thinking about, like, Lunarians, like, they're living on the top. Like, what if they use these circles to appear on Mary Jo that way? And, like, go from hell or Earth's core or whatever, wherever they are from, to get up there because they wanted to be up there. And then it made me think of the South Park song, which is funny. But in general, it was just a really, really wild couple of pages to read for me. But I thought Saturn was out here. Again, I'm not fully the 𝗁𝐺𝐸 out here, top tier, just yet. I think we need to we can start having those conversations, but we should still wait for that. For me personally.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I was about to gloat. Yeah.
Yeah, you're maturing, bro.
Let me rock.
You're maturing.
It's the Pico, bro.
Yeah, has to be. Good for Seb. Can we get W's in the chat for Seb?
I'm gonna wait on it, bro.
For my take, Luffy kind of nerfed. I'm gonna just leave it at that. You can take that how you want. All the people that are top tier have observation hockey or just know of hockey, felt his presence. People like Usopp, Nami, and Chopper didn't. He was imposing, to say the least. I felt the same way as Sebastian when I read this circle. As soon as I seen it, I was like, okay. So the twins are probably gonna drop the show based off of how you guys believe things. And we had a call and we talked offline, and we had a conversation about if you guys are gonna continue. You said yes, as long as it doesn't dive too deeply. But what I will say is this for all my religious people out there, Oda's never gone too far into diving into specific religions. And all he really does is like take pieces of it and then he implements it into one piece and uses it in a way where it makes sense and it's not directly the exact thing. So, for example, I was telling the twins when we were having our offline talk was Sengoku. Sengoku's literally Buddha. Like, he has a mythical devil fruit, which is a god to some people. But he doesn't use it in the point of what Buddha can do, right? He doesn't use it in the way that you would think. He actually just goes, you know what? He has shockwaves. Like, he has shockwaves, and he's probably really tough durability-wise. So it's not actually Buddha. It's just the idea of Buddha, and he implements it into the story, right? So I think what Oda's doing is, he studies history. He knows what a pentagram is. For people that don't know what a pentagram is, it's usually frowned down upon because of the religious meanings behind it. So like the church of people who don't support, God and Jesus use it as a way of evil. It's also been just used throughout history from like the beginning of recorded history, which is where I'm going to start asking Lionel and Lawrence specifically so you guys could get some more info because they're pretty much professionals when it comes to that. But the pentagram was used in ancient Chinese and Japanese religions to symbolize the 5 elements of life. In Japanese culture, the symbol was also considered somewhat magical, and ancient Babylonian culture was also using the pentagram to represent various gods and religious beliefs in their own system. And the Christian symbolism, the basic pentagram without the circle, was originally used to represent the 5 wounds of Jesus. It was soon supplanted by the symbol of the cross, but the pentagram was still recognizable as a Christian symbol for a few hundred years after Jesus' resurrection. Some say that the continuous line was also considered symbolic of the Alpha and the Omega. So I don't necessarily think that Oda's using it in a malicious way. I don't think he's necessarily meaning anything by it either. Like, I don't think there's really any devils or any demons or any magic that's in One Piece. I think Oda has proven it very clear that everybody thought devil fruits were magic. And what it really turned out was the belief of a accumulation of people who wanted something to happen. And it birthed itself into existence. So it's created by the common folk. It was created by people who wanted change or wanted to see something different. I think Oda's doing that as well. So please don't drop One Piece. I don't think you should. I think you should hold out and let Oda cook like y'all be telling me. It's very interesting. So I want to point out Chestnut, because Chestnut ended up calling the whole yokai thing.
She did.
Yeah, she called it a while ago, earlier this year. So shout out to Chestnut. You got a W finally.
Bro, she was wild in the chat,
Yeah, she's
bro.
gonna kill
She
me.
said she gonna eat the rye fruit.
She
Wow.
gonna kill me. So
Wow, Chestnut, you can't.
pause. So apparently, yokai are, for everybody that doesn't know, yokai are basically spirits that can either be malevolent or they could just be good. Like there's two sides of it, right? That's what the Japanese have believed for a little bit from what's said. And basically the devil fruit that Saturn is representing is the 𝙀𝙾𝙀𝙀, which is basically a bull spider that can summon portals and give curses and all this other stuff. Now, I don't think that Oda's going to go that far, but I do think that he's going to give it some traits to where it could do certain things, like dragons could spit fire, right? So there's probably something that this spider can do that's like not magical, but it's like mythological. Like it's like, you know, just like a, you know? So I don't really have much to say else. You know, if they are centered around the yokai, there's a couple different yokai that they can be that Oda's taken inspiration from. And then most likely, we're going to have probably Imu be the Imo-Buzo or Bozu. Imu-Bozu.
Umi-Bozu.
Umi-Bozu. It's supposed to he's probably going to be the Umi-Bozu, who is like the sea priestess. And he's going to represent the sea spirit to a degree. So it's centered around pirates. It's probably going to be that. I think we should just wait, let it cook. And for another example, this is what Oda likes to do. Oda has literally made a ritual where he created a satanic group in One Piece, and they tried to summon a devil, but instead they got Brook. They got Brook. So listen, this is what I say with Oda. He's gonna play on the history of it, but then he's gonna do something like, no, bro, it's just not real. It's stupid. Like this is gonna be stupid. I will say though, I don't think that Saturn has Conqueror's Haki.
Yeah, I don't think that either.
Based off of the fact that what he just did to that Marine was probably Rio to a different level, right? Just another level up to Rio. But also, if y'all gonna say off of sound bites that he got Conqueror's Haki, then we gotta say Enel has it, right? Because if y'all don't remember, Enel used the lightning dragon on Luffy, and it had the same sound effect. That's all I'm saying. Also, it looks like the Commodores and up, they probably have to agree to something within the Marines before they get promoted about the Gorosei. Like they probably, they probably know something about the Gorosei, but they're not allowed to say anything.
You gotta swear a blood oath to the Illuminati.
Probably.
Your ammo in that.
Yo, do y'all think that the 5 is like representative of all of them, or like his rank?
What do you mean?
Like say one of the other ones appear. Well, let's say 4. Like you know how like the
that would be kind of like a good play, but I don't think so. Mm-hmm. I think that it would. I don't think. I'm gonna be honest. They probably all can't do that. It's probably just him.
You think it's just him? I think they all can.
It's probably just him. The interesting thing too, I want to point out, is that a lot of people was saying Sabo was a bum, bro.
I don't get that.
A lot of people was doubting Sabo, dog. And what happened with Sabo? He stood in front of all 5 and said, yo. And he's part of the 5. No, he's not part of that 6 either. And he was like, yo, this reminds me of hell. So, listen, he escaped with nothing but a puncture.
He said, ow!
He said, ah!
What y'all doing in here? That hurted.
So it's going to be very, I think everybody is very interested in where Oda's going with this. I think you just got to believe in Oda, and that's coming from me. So believe in Oda. He's definitely going to do right by us. I think it's going to be cool. So yeah. But yeah, I guess what we'll do is, guys, we're going to take a little sponsorship break, and then we're going to be right back for the last part of the chapter, and then we're going to get into phone calls. So you guys will be able to call us. So yeah, Marv, you want to hit that sponsorship break?
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp.
Have you been struggling lately? Maybe having difficulty sleeping, struggling with a relationship, or suffering from low self-esteem?
Listen, I've been there. We have been there.
If so, then today's BetterHelp wants to help you.
BetterHelp offers licensed therapists who are trained and here to help you out.
Talk to your therapist in a private online environment at your own convenience.
There's a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 therapist network that gives you access to help that may not be available in your area.
You just fill out a questionnaire, and it's as simple as that, guys, to help with your specific needs and then get you matched with a therapist under 48 hours.
After that, You schedule a secure video or phone session. Plus, you can exchange unlimited messages, and everything you share is confidential.
We signed up for different reasons, and to be honest, it's legit. It helped us out a ton. You can request a different therapist at any point with no additional charge anytime.
Join the 2+ million people who took charge of their mental health with an experienced BetterHelp therapist.
This offer goes out to all our That One Piece Talk Nakama. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/TOPT.
That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/TOPT. Thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode.
All right, y'all. Welcome back. Larry's still in the bathroom. In the meantime, I'll probably just read a few little mini super chats here, if I can find them. Yeah, we got 2 from the broker. It says, Larry legit has my exact theory on Akainu versus Sabo. Can't wait to hear it. Another 2 from Alan Wells. It says, y'all think One Piece would work in novel format? Yes.
I think we got to see what's happening, though.
Yeah.
I feel like Oda's a good enough writer that it could work. And then another 2 that says, I've seen Lionel as much as Marv on this podcast. And another 2
What's that Larry spit out his
from Terrence. Another 2 from Terrence that says, Sanji's like, my perv senses are tingling. But that's it for now. I'll hold the rest for later.
That's funny.
But yeah, we can finish the chapter or go back into it.
Yeah, let's finish the chapter. And then we'll get into super chats and then take calls. All right. So, we go back to Bonney witnessing Saturn. She thinks he looks horrible. Imagine thinking that from Bonney. Vegapunk is driving away, but then Kizaru shoots the cloud they're riding on. Luffy catches up and puffs up his arm. Monkey! What was the thing? Monkey! And then Kizaru says he's about to reach his limit, and Frankie hopes Luffy can do something. Kizaru shoots a beam, and Luffy rolls the punch, then counters with Star Gun, sending Kizaru through a building. Luffy then says he's done, and his form runs out. Saturn looks at Luffy and just says Nika with worry. Vegapunk and crew fall to the floor with the Vega tank breaking. They fall in front of Saturn. Saturn stands tall above them in his spider form, and Vegapunk calls his name. Saturn says it's indeed him, and he thought they murked him already. Then Bonney remembers words said to Vegapunk about an order and grabs a sword. Sanji yells at her not to do anything, and she jumps into the air to remember more words he must not have. But that'll mean Kuma is. Any will left, and then she yells out Saturn's name and stabs him in the chest while tears fall down her face. What did you guys have about this last piece? We'll start with Law.
Yeah, so pretty much, it's like, because I was just trying to get the job done. But Luffy, when I read, I had to go back.
Bro.
I was like, did he really hit him like this? Like, pretty much, I had to understand what was going on. And Kizaru, and it's crazy because I keep mentioning it, how Kizaru just makes light of everything. Because, like, comparing to when Luffy hit Kaido similarly, right?
Yeah.
Kaido had a reaction, just like, oh, what? His is like, oh, I'm seeing stars. Like, very calm,
Yeah, it's a mistranslation, apparently, the stars thing.
Oh,
But
really?
It's okay. It means basically the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he hit him so hard. And honestly, to me, it's like crazy how big his fist got, but it only went, like, it didn't engulf like his entire head. It looked like it went inside it.
Yeah.
I'm like, how does that make sense? Because you see how big his arm is, yet it like pinpointed, I guess precise, like right there. So I thought that punch was crazy. He rocked him so hard in the head like that, sending him flying. And when I was going deeper into Saturn's response, right? Because we got confirmation that Emu is from,
Basically,
yeah,
it was hinted at. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. From the past. But the way he responds to Nika kind of makes me seem like you, as soon as you saw him, you recognized who this was. Kind of like it was like personal, like you, like it was troublesome. Like it was like, I know you, and like we're enemies, right? Kind of like, how would you know if Nika hasn't been awakened in 800 years? How would you know what he looks like and that's Nika like that, you know? And also to say that is just like, this is the problem here. This is the person we gotta like get rid of. It made me seem like, made me just question, how old are the ʍ𝗓𝐽 really? You know, because people are living to be like 100 or whatever. Yeah, it's like even maybe from that time. But what if they're, I'm not gonna say that old, but what if they're like really along in their years as well? Like maybe they're more than 120. Maybe they're like hundreds and hundreds of years old. Kind of similar to like giants, you know? Giants, because especially if they have these weird abilities, what if they can age similar to like the giants, where giants are like living like 500 years old, you know? And that's like decent age for them, you know? It's made me think of that. And like I said before, mentioning what I said, like Luffy, you already ran out of time. What I was saying before, you know you're on this time limit, right? And also too, I've been paying attention because I've been rewatching the show and then the manga to compare it. Luffy does not have a lot of time in these gears. Like even with Gear 4, like he would lose it. It's like what, at max 30 minutes.
Yo, it's why I always gunned him for being like not as strong as people consider him.
Yeah, because it's like it's a major weakness because you have all this power, but you can't really last in it. And that goes into like, for example, we go with the prime thing, because one part of your prime is that you could fight like this for days. You could fight with this, because I think him and Dogtooth only fought for a few hours while him like gassing out of that. But you have like, for example, the Admirals fight for 10 days. And I always believed that, because I believe there's a separation between the Yonko and the Admirals, that the Admirals could fight for longer than that. Like, I don't know if I said either Gold Roger and Whitebeard, I know that they're above Yonko level, but Whitebeard and Roger, I said either 20 or 25 days, you know? So I'm thinking, I expect you to be able to fight, but that's also them in their prime. And so Luffy, yeah, he awakened his ability, but he's still very, very young, like immature with it. So goes in the prime, you get strong with your ability, like able to you to last with the energy with your ability. You're able to fight for days, because we all saw, like, it kind of like, what was it? Someone said, these amateurs, these young guns, they get tired too quickly because you don't have the stamina to experience to, like, keep fighting for a long period of time, showing that you're not really in your prime, you know? You should be able to, your endurance able to last all this, and that's an example of being your prime. If you're gassing out too early, it's showing that Luffy still has a long way to go to fight there, because if you only last a few minutes fighting the top, obviously it's showing that we were literally seeing that Luffy, yeah, he has this power to probably fight them for a little bit, but you don't have the power to last in there. And you're going to need a long time to fight the top, because they're fighting for 10 days, you know, at the very least.
Mm-hmm.
So,
or enough power to take people out within your time frame.
And this was like the handicap with, I guess with Gear 5th, if Whitebeard was ripping Blackbeard for saying, you know, overconfidence and arrogance is your weakness. Right now, this is a heavy weakness for Nika. The carefreeness is making you not really taking your opponents seriously, where now you're not fighting them efficiently in that short amount of time you're having, where like you're losing your time, you're losing your ability, where now you're weakened. Because we don't know how long, if Gear 5 was 10 minutes for him, how long does it take for him to get back into Gear 5th? We don't know. We'll see. But yeah, and to me, I don't understand how they crashed, in all honesty. Because they were riding on the clouds, but we saw them riding on the regular ground too. And they Kizaru, they dodged. They didn't get hit by it.
He shot the cloud.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, we saw them riding on, like, for example, outside of the cloud. It could ride on any surface, is what I'm saying. It's like, maybe the tough landing, but it should have landed on the wheels and kept going.
I just assumed that him shooting it, Sanji said, watch out. They turned to dodge. The cloud got shot, and, like, they turned too hard or whatever.
I guess.
And, like, that's, you know.
Yeah. And the lastly is I don't know how I feel. Like, I just had to Bonney go about it. Respect to Bonney. But, like, you just getting, like, stabbed like this. You know? Because to me, it was like, I talked before about being the big bad and everything. Yet Bonney, who I believe shouldn't really be on your level, I'm not going to say speed blitz, because what would you call it, you know? Like, you let yourself completely vulnerable to this acceptable attack just by anyone, you know? So, like, it kind of bothered me that he got hit by this. It didn't seem like it hurt him too much, you know, because he just looked at her. But cause I guess whatever ability he has. But I was just like, to me, I feel like you should have saw this coming. With your power and your ability, your level, I doubt your like Kaido just lets himself get hit because you're a 𝑍𝐸 member, you know? For them touching you is going to be like an ultimate sin for them, and how highly you bring yourself. It's like you being touched by like a commoner, especially a pirate. That's like probably one of the ultimate disrespect. If you're like taking out Marines for just looking at you, that's not at a certain rank, you letting a pirate touch you, that's going to be like, you know, for your persona. But then you let this happen. to me, I'm like, I don't get what happened here with your strength wise. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right, Seb.
All right, so one, bruh, that punch that Luffy landed on Kizaru was crazy. One, it's buffed up.
Yeah.
Right? Because people were comparing it to the Kaido attack, and I was like, this is very clearly a stronger attack.
Yeah.
That was landed. It was named. It's buffed up.
No, Luffy named that one too.
Did he name that one?
Yeah.
First Kaido?
Yeah,
It
When
was
he
new.
spun around.
It was new.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It was new. They both spun around on both of them, but interesting, but yeah.
Both names, my bad. But this one was stronger. I think it's very clearly that this one was stronger. Not scaling Kizaru above Kaido or anything. People are so weird nowadays with that, bro. I don't know what that's about.
Yeah.
But it just, the impact looked crazy, and I love the star effect. I thought that I'm seeing stars was funny, but I did read the other translation first where he said this isn't good, or like I'm in trouble, or like there was a couple different translations there. I don't know what the most accurate one is per se, but I think Kizaru might be knocked out. Like, I didn't think it at first.
Yeah.
When I read it, I was like, oh, he's gonna get up. But then I'm like, yeah, I don't know, bro. He got hit pretty hard. And if Luffy's gassing out,
Yeah.
it's because he's confident that, like, Kizaru's not a threat right now. He not familiar with what's happening with Saturn or whatever too much.
Yeah.
He felt that presence, but he was preoccupied with, I don't know if Kizaru was knocked out, but I'm leaning toward yeah. I am, which kind of sucks because I'm not Admiral Agenda like Admiral over Yonkers or whatever, but I wanted to see more from Kizaru before I see him get knocked out,
Yeah.
Get up eventually.
Yeah, he'll get up. Admirals always get up, right? That's their thing. But I thought it was funny, Luffy like falling to the ground. Something I also thought was funny, I don't know if y'all even peeped it at all, but Atlas falling.
Yeah.
It's like in the little small panel, she just looks like a toy. She's like, it's just funny to me. I thought it was interesting that Saturn saw Luffy and said Nika, like he's familiar with him. Mm-hmm. Like they go way back. Mm-hmm. So I thought, all right, listen, it made me start thinking with these circles that they're summoning, like what if they're immortal or alive for this long because they're like devil worshipping or summoning some sort of ancient energy that allows them to survive for this long, right? Or some ritual or whatever they're doing that lets them live for this long when they're not supposed to, right? Which is why they have these black clouds or these tattoos and things.
They're just bathing in baby blood.
It would be one of the least ridiculous things they've done. That's kind of crazy. Never mind. Anyway.
Yo, just know that Saturn got a BBL.
Come on, man. Yeah, they're asking if Saturn poops in this form in the chat. Like I don't know what
you got a BBL, bro.
I don't know what spiders do.
I
did like, we basically got confirmation that, or at least I think confirmation that the person that Bonnie's ire was towards is now Saturn.
Yeah, most likely.
Most likely. We don't have actual confirmation, but I think we can accept that. In regards to her saying like having the flashback about Vegapunk getting an order, he is the science warrior god of science and defense, so it makes sense that he's the one that maybe gave the Kuma directive, or at least was overseeing it. So her pulling up on him, Bonnie stocks is up, man. Mm-hmm. Like I know I'm not to scale her or anything. I like when people do wild stuff in One Piece. And, like, we got dudes out here, his head's blowing off just being around this dude, and she just went, I don't care about none of that. You are the reason why this happened to my pops. I'm stabbing you. Like, that's what she on. So I thought that was dope. It got me worried about it, though.
Yeah.
So I think it's great that it took literally, like, one chapter for us to possibly get to that scenario you were talking about. Zoro's preoccupied with Lucci. Luffy's KO'd. It's on Sanji, and Vegapunk is here, Bonnie's here, and Saturn's here. Now, I talked about Sanji being used as a hype tool. I hope it doesn't happen, but that's how One Piece is written. You talked about him having to make a choice. And low-key, we right here, bro. So both things could happen. One thing could happen. None of the things could happen. It got me thinking, bro. He probably got to make a choice.
Yeah.
And we choose it.
Of course.
So, but I'm excited to see what happens next, honestly.
Flashback.
Probably. Very likely we get a flashback into whatever the Kuma thing is. Hope to God, bro. I don't know what the count is. I said, what did I say? How many chapters? I think we passed it already.
Yeah,
but
it was like 10 to 20.
yeah,
No, it was 10.
Yeah,
It was 10.
Listen, man. I told y'all we wasn't getting it no time soon, but we in prime shape to get it now. So let's go.
All right, Lionel.
I'm gonna talk about that punch again, because like, that punch was like crazy. But no, the thing is with Luffy, he just made his arm big, but not his hand. Like, you know how he did the Kaido, his final move with Kaido, he just made his hand big, but not his arm. He did the reverse thing, but not as big as he did with the as big as Onigashima, but something similar. But I'm just looking at the fight a little bit with Kizaru and Luffy. If you look at it, it's kind of even, in a way. And also, I think Luffy's duration, I think it's more than 30 minutes, because Luffy's fighting Doflamingo for a little bit, then doing Doflamingo did Awakening, and it's just 30 minutes later. Like, so I'm thinking like at max maybe 45 to an hour. But I think it depends on also who Luffy's fighting, because they give us a time there, but other instances where Luffy's fighting Kaiteri, or I think he's even fighting Kaido or Big Mom, you feel like it was shorter. So I guess the stronger a person he's fighting, the more he has to exert, and I think that what makes his time like reduce. Because I guess again, the more you fight somebody stronger, fighting somebody stronger, you more you have to put out. And I think that's the reason why Luffy timing is like kind of off. Because I feel like even this, again, they didn't elaborate on the time, but Luffy's Gear 5 a little bit lasted with Kaido, it seemed more than fighting.
It does seem like a lot more it lasted.
Yeah, so that's like Oda's weird with time. It doesn't make sense.
It also could depend on the energy or food Luffy has in his system.
Beyond that, Luffy's a gamer. Luffy's a gamer, right? He's gonna step up to the occasion. We haven't gotten to the stakes that were existent in Onigashima yet.
Yeah.
Here, we just haven't. Which is that's just how Luffy rolls, bro.
I think the issue is this is the first time Luffy has fought after somebody that strong and seems to have gotten weaker. like every other time it was like, yo, Gear 3, he did the punch, he turned into Chibi Luffy, right? What happens now after Gear 3 in the next fight? He doesn't turn into Chibi at all, right? So the duration of the Gear 3 has gotten better. And then Gear 4, he fights Dofi, ends up fighting Cracker for how long, even though he was eating biscuits. But it was like he lasted longer in Gear 4. Same thing with Gear 2. Gear 2, he was only able to do for a little bit, and now he's fighting Lucci at, like, whatever. And that was in the same arc.
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, you fought Kaido in your base form, and you did all this craziness, and then you went into Gear 5 and continued the craziness. You fought the man 3 times. Like, you went out 3 times and on Onigashima itself. And now you're just struggling to even, like, keep Gear 5 alive for more than, like, 2 minutes? Come on, bro. Like, is that not a nerf, or is that just us thinking like we don't know how to read? Like, I don't know.
The only explanation I have is the matchup. You know, I lean heavily into that, where it's like, okay, nothing I have would allow me to keep up with Kizaru's speed, right? When Kaido isn't as fast, but he's just stronger, right? So like I can fight him in this base mode and not get the upper hand, but in Kizaru's case, as he's actively trying to do something else, I can't go get him in base. I have to be in this to even reach him. You know what I mean? Like that. But even then, that's just like, it's circumstantial.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
But again, too, it's like we've given Luffy chances where he has been tagging Kizaru.
Yeah. So, hey man, listen,
Like,
Oda gonna plot.
it's plotting.
Oda gonna plot.
It's plotting.
But it also could mean like even though Luffy gets his power up in Gear 5, we don't know how toll it is on his body. Because we noticed that each, I don't know if Gear 4, I think that was mostly hockey based, but like we know how much damage Luffy was doing to his body in Gear 2, that he was shortening his life. So like we don't know what's going on in his body in Gear 5. I don't know. I'm not saying it's like even worse. There's no way unless Oda tells us that. But we got evidence that, and they told us that Luffy's speeding up his metabolism by pumping his blood, but he's also shortening his life a little bit in Gear 2. I don't know if Gear 5 is making more of a toll. That's like Luffy has his power, but like, yo, like the more I do it, I'm getting weaker. Like I'm killing myself again more.
Yo, it's like we said on episode 119. Just tell us that. Just say that. Just say that.
We as a community will accept it.
Yeah, we can be like, I bet. Like, that's what happens. Like, this is the thing. But you can't just be like, yo, I'm just gonna run out just within 2 minutes, like every single time he fights.
Yeah.
Anyway, you can finish up, bro.
But I was gonna go into what you got again. I'm not gonna try to start this, but like the whole Rayleigh thing, and like and I was just thinking like, yo, like at old age, Rayleigh might be close at old age. Again, not as prime. Old age might be around Gear 5, Luffy. Because I only say that because if you look at it, all the hockey that we saw, like Advanced King Musician, Advanced Rio, black hockey, knocking out hockey, and regular hockey was all shown by Rayleigh at his old age. We only saw one glimpse of him doing no, that was in the anime. We could lump that to the manga too, but when he did the whole Marco thing, side with his finger. But all forms of his hockey was shown at his old age. And again, he didn't show any of that towards Kizaru, some regular hockey. He didn't do black hockey. He didn't do Kingdom Sin Linkage. Like,
yo, but it was pre-time skip. I'm not saying Rayleigh can't do it. It was pre-skip. You know what I'm saying? Like, Oda just wasn't showcasing all that at that point.
No, that's fine. That's fair. And again, he's not showcasing what all Kizaru could do too. I'm just saying, like, yo, like, I'm just saying that all the stuff we saw though, and also one of them was pre-time skip, the Advanced Boshoku hockey with the shackle thing.
That's true.
That was post-time skip. I mean pre-time skip. So, but I'm just saying that. But again, I'm not saying Rayleigh beating Kizaru. I'm just saying, just trying to make a sense of the power scaling. Okay.
Still thought he would lose to Blackbeard, who hasn't shown any of that. But continue, bro.
I mean, those are just.
I'm not trying to get into it. I'm not trying to get into it.
Like the stream, y'all.
I'm not getting into it, bro.
I got something to say.
Nah, bro. We're not doing this.
Let him speak his piece, bro. I came out
We're
earlier.
just gonna go for 10 minutes.
No.
I came at him, bro.
I'm just gonna say. Also, I was like rereading it when Luffy was training. I mean, when Rayleigh was training Luffy, and Luffy's whipping out Gear 4. They had their little battle there, right? Rayleigh just says to Luffy, but this is not enough. And remember, it goes back to what I told you before about the Yonko thing. Sebastian believed that Luffy in Gear 4 was able to fight Yonko, right? And I was like, no, they're going to be stronger than that.
I was wrong.
Rayleigh legit tells Luffy, all what you're doing with this Gear 4 and everything, this will not be enough. All I want to say. Shows right there.
You can know what something takes and still not be able to dish out.
He was beating Luffy while Luffy was in Gear 4.
That's cool. He could be up to a certain
Cracker
level.
was being Luffy was
Yeah.
Gear 4, bro. Coach kind of curry, man.
𝚪𝐵𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴.
Listen, bro.
Anyway, we're not getting into this. Can you continue?
Yeah. I mean, last of you guys kind of covered already. Like even with Bonney stabbing Saturn, pretty much. Like we just know that it's mostly targeted Saturn, but we hopefully get to see like what happens because it's vague, but we just know like he could be the cause of it. But also I always thought it was a joint thing though, because I don't think it was just Saturn. I think it was all the 𝚬𝚪, like all the 𝚬𝚪 saying pretty much we gave the order, So I think she's targeting not just Saturn but all of them. That's just me. I could be wrong. But the surface thing though, that was interesting. Like what you guys said. I hope it's not the whole demon and devil thing because that's But I just started thinking of what if he was referring to his ability, like because you know how pretty much Nika is like something different towards Luffy, has like in a way its own mind and will. I said we don't know what his ability is, but what is something similar that not just he never used it for a while, but it's also like it has also its mind of its own. And it's like, I'm not saying it was his ability talking then, but like, it could be something similar to Luffy's ability as in, it's a different thing, like a different being. But again, I don't know, like but I just found that was interesting, but I'm just gonna let you go, Larry.
All right. What can I say about this chat? The last ending, man.
You good, bro?
Yo, bro, I don't know. You guys said so much. Kizaru, I don't think he's down. He's definitely coming back. A lot of plot is happening right now, just because Saturn is here. Luffy, he punches Kizaru through the face. Kizaru's like not really hurt by it right now. I think he is getting sent flying though, so he's kind of hurt by it, I guess. I think Oda's just picking and playing, like how he chooses the admirals to be durable or not. I can't, like in my mind, I just can't see Kizaru being more durable than Kaido.
Yeah. No.
I just can't. I just can't. Like, I really just can't. Like, no matter what you say, like, I just can't. Like, Kaido showed some. Like, it's gonna be kind of an anchor on everything that Oda chooses to go forward with. That Kaido was really that boy. Like,
he's gonna be the benchmark.
Yo, he's the benchmark moving forward, and anything that fails in comparison to him kind of seems awkward. It just seems awkward. Like, I saw Kaido get sent flying after he got punched the same way Kizaru did. But, like, it's Kaido, so he got back up. But, like, Kizaru's not as durable as Kaido. If not, he's probably more offensively nasty because of his ability. Like, he's supposed to be, like, you know how, like, Big Mom and Kaido have the bodies, but Shanks doesn't? I expect Shanks, if he gets punched, it's going to hurt more than Kaido and Big Mom, even though he's stronger than them. You know what I'm saying? I expect that same thing with Kizaru. So maybe Kizaru gets knocked out. I don't think so, but I don't think this proves anything about Yonkos and Admirals. I just think that, you know, Kaido is just really that boy. The whole Nika thing, I don't have anything to say about it, man. I could probably say, like, people wished for Nika, right? They probably wished for him. He came to life. They probably wished for some Gorosei, like bad people. Like psychopaths. They wished for like evil beings to come to an existence, and they birthed technically those devil fruits, and then they were taken by the devil fruits people that wanted to eat those eventually, and then they became what it was. So that's a possibility. The BBL on Saturn, bro, is crazy. I was like, yo, my dude got cake, bro.
Dumpy, bro.
Yo, the dumpy is crazy. I don't toss anything up to this Bonney feat. I'm gonna keep it a bug. She just ran, grabbed a sword, and Saturn's like, yo, you most likely not gonna hurt me anyway. So, I'm alright. But I will say something very interesting. So you know how we were saying like devil fruits are very similar? There's a devil fruit out there that's like probably like the Nika to some degree. It's just not the Nika. I think what the Gorosei have, since they are yokai and they're based around like black magic, right?
Black Maria?
They probably have similarities to the Yami Yami. So, meaning that they probably have, if not a greater devil fruit than the Yami Yami, or it's in vice versa, either way you want to take it. But if that's true, then that means the only reason he let her stab him was because why? If she's close enough and she's touching him,
She could take the devil fruit away or whatever.
he could probably siphon some of her devil fruit. And if so, he can make himself younger. Why wouldn't that be possible? The devil fruit book had the Yami Yami in it. It told Blackbeard what it can do. Who do you think made the encyclopedia? It would be the Gorosei. It would be the world government.
At least people from that time. Or just over the time.
And also remember, they ran away from her and they wanted her before. So for me, it's like, if we're going to give Blackbeard this devil fruit, and he's going to be able to siphon devil fruits from people and take it from people, because that's only the logical reasoning besides the crazy conspiracy, oh, he has 2 hearts or 3 stomachs or whatever, bro. That doesn't make sense. He didn't start doing it until the Yami Yami happened. Exactly. But, like, let's say, like, they know of this devil fruit. They probably have abilities that's very similar. And guess what? That circle, that pentagram, looks like a dark hole.
Yeah.
So they might even have some Yami Yami abilities. The same way, like, Vegapunk, he seems to have 2 abilities. He had the brain fruit, and then he turned himself invisible. Like, he went through the robot and ended up somewhere else on the island. So he might have 2 devil fruits. We don't know. So I think right now we're in that territory where, like, this could probably be possible.
Larry's reaching One Piece madness levels, and I love it. Just a little bit.
Okay, I see what
But
you did there.
it would make them younger, and he'd have the ability to be stronger now, if need be. So why not?
Yeah.
So I think Sanji, man, Sanji better stunt, dog.
Something, man.
I can't wait. I really want to see what he could do. I really want to see what Sanji could do. I think this is see, I complain about other Sanji moments, but like this is a moment where I'm like, yo, give Sanji the shine, dog. And also Zoro need to just pack up Lucci already, bro. I'm tired of seeing his face. Tired of it, bro. Turn that dude into a Cheeto, man.
I can't.
Hey, man.
But yeah, that's really all I gotta say.
Oda be using Luffy, Sanji as a hype tool, man.
Yeah.
So as a Sanji fan, been an avid reader of the series for a long time. I don't expect great things in the next couple chapters.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna happen.
I would do for Mego and Sanji.
Listen, we go down a long list of situations similar to this one.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it'd be very interesting too because Blackbeard pirates are near the island, so they probably see what's going on. And this would be very interesting if Blackbeard goes for one of these devil fruits that's on the island right now. Let's say Saturn does get taken out somehow and they escape or whatever. He kind of has like a powerful bag to pick from, right? Like if Kizaru's really not getting back up, which I think he is, he could take the light ability that solves his mobility issues that he has, or he could take Saturn's fruit. And what would that mean for him? Well, now he's a spider, so I guess he gets the mobility plus the circle to come out of things, and
plus the dumpy.
Yeah. I don't know, man. There's a lot of possibilities that right now, like Oda could go in so many directions, dog. So many directions.
Yeah.
Like it's actually exciting. Like I'm actually excited. I'm like, yo, like what happens now? Like who's gonna take care of Saturn? We don't know.
Yeah.
I would love to Jinbei to just come through.
They gonna need
And just
all
hook
they can,
off,
bro.
And just hook off, bro. He did some Big Mom.
Yeah.
He did.
He did a Big Mom, bro. And I'm pretty sure he ain't scared of Saturn because he wasn't scared of Big Mom.
No, yeah.
And I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it on a whim. Big Mom more terrifying than Saturn, bro. In my opinion, she more terrifying. So
The only minor and I get you, and I agree. The only pushback I have is like, yo, that head exploding thing was crazy.
Yeah.
yo, but I don't.
And even like Kizaru took notice, bro, that his dude showed up. That would happen if Big Mom showed up too, though.
You know what it is?
I mean?
You know what it is though too? It's like that exploding the head was crazy, but it also just proves how little the Gorosei members and Celestial Dragons care about people's lives.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I think Sentomaru can do something like that if they so chose to, because it's really just Rio.
Do you think he did it on purpose, or do you think
yeah,
it's like just something?
No, that was 100% on purpose.
Yeah, definitely on
Because
purpose.
So when I read
he
it-
disrespected him.
When
He called him a monster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
See, when I read it, I thought it was like, yo, y'all have to leave because no matter what, you can't handle this kind of pressure.
No, because then the other dude behind him would have
exactly.
I don't know what rank that guy is.
He's definitely
dressed the same, bro.
Sure. He ain't look at him.
He's just the same, bro.
He did look at him.
He didn't look at him. He told him not to look. He told
did
the
look
other
at
guy.
Yeah, he said, yo, chill.
I read that.
He said, yo, chill, don't say that. But I think it's just Rio, dog. I really just think that he has like that Rio that he could look at people and just send a hockey blast. The same thing that Conqueror's hockey users can do, but he could just do it with like armament.
Well, you don't think it was actually his ability?
It could be, but at the same time,
It could be both.
It could be either one, but for me, it's like the most logical is just Rio.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we've seen people create invisible objects. It's armor, right?
Yeah.
Like it could just shoot out. Why not do that?
Hey.
Like they wouldn't just pop somebody's head off like that.
Pirates, bro.
Nah.
Never know.
It's just more impressive that Sabo didn't get murked. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Sabo was chilling, bro. He was like, yo, it's
All right.
dark in here.
All right, guys. What we're going to do is we're going to read some super chats. We'll probably read a hefty amount. And then we're going to do phone calls. We're going to have you guys call us, okay? I know there's a lot of people wanting to call, so I apologize. We don't get through all the super chats right now, but we'll try at the end of the show, all right? So let's read like 6, 7, and then we'll do phone calls.
Okay. We got 5 from the broker. It says, next time when I call, my theory on Kuina as Larry isn't completely wrong. Okay. Also, the Harry Potter jokes are fine, honestly. I'm not crying, you're crying. We got another 5 from Trev. It says, why they give the ride fruit to a senior citizen, though? I'm sure she's had it for a long time.
Yeah.
You know? We got another 5-month membership to Shichibukai status from Flame C. It says, we got to send a petition to Oda so we can get that prime ride fruit ASAP. #ride, #TOPT. We got another 5 from Brenda Miller. It says, rideability, what's next, Oda? That gluck fruit? Hashtag bonk. We got another 2 from Mr. Brownie God. It says, the lightning is just turbulence. Yeah, I'm funny today. Another 5 from Ryu Hayabusa. It says, looks like there's a natural way to awaken your fruit and an unnatural way to awaken based on the cloud color scheme. Yeah. No way Kaku level up that fast naturally. Listen, preach to the choir. All right. Yeah. We got another 5 from Glossy. It says, been watching y'all for a minute, hoping to call in and give my theory on the egghead incident. Yeah, Paul, call up.
Yeah, we'll do like 2 more and then we're going to go phone calls.
Another 5 from Nick Spraggs. It says, isn't Saturn's first sentence in his awakened form weird? It's like his yokai form took over his mind to an extent. The demon contract in Black Clover. Not familiar with Black Clover. Don't remember what Saturn's first sentence was exactly.
It was just the thing on the surface.
Okay. Yeah, okay. And another 5 from D-Trax96. It says, Brook landed on a pentagram type symbol pre-time skip with devil worshippers. Maybe the Gorosei are the devils they were worshipping.
Oh, I was just saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think Oda would play that heavily into it. All right, guys, we'll read the rest of the super chats. You just gotta. I want to take phone calls. I know you guys are waiting. It's either super chats or phone calls. I'm gonna have to do both, right? So we only have 40 more minutes. All right, Marv, you want to throw that phone number in the live chat? I can't see Marv. Is Marv there? Oh, all right.
My bad. Marv did.
All right, guys, call up. You're more than welcome. Let's take some of your questions. Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
What's good, guys? To meet again.
Hey, Lawrence Kid. What's up, man?
What's up?
Man, what's good, guys? What's good? I think I found a strategy to get a guarantee call, so I'm pretty happy with my strategy. I found out with the phone calls, so.
Really?
Okay. All right. What's up, man?
Anything to talk to your pops, man.
Yes. So I got like 3 theories again, but I want you guys to choose one. So like one is like, I think I figured out with all of the yokai transformations for the elders are. I still got that camel theory. And then why Saturn is Daddy Longlegs confirmed. It's just pretty good options, I think, personally, you know.
We'll let Seb pick which one you want.
Oh, man. I was going to go camel, but I feel like the Saturn thing is like the most topical one. So
he has 2 of them, though. Which one do you want?
No, the Saturn specifically one.
The Daddy Longlegs?
Yeah, the Daddy Longlegs.
All right.
Should let Lawrence pick. Obviously, I had to go Daddy for
You're stupid.
Go ahead, Mimi. It's on you.
Okay, so I think because, like, he got, like, these long-ass legs, you know. You see them, they're, like, 20 inches, these legs. So, like, with the Dumpy, too, I think he's just Daddy Longlegs. Like, I think that's the fruit. It's mythical, though, and Daddy Longlegs fruit. And, like, if you go on, like, if you look up what, like, a Daddy Longlegs is on, like, Wikipedia, it says, like, they are at the top of the spider world. Like, the Gorosei are at the top of the One Piece world. So, like... I don't know, man.
He got a point, man.
Like,
he got the donkey.
It's like, no, Saturn was probably pretty popular when he was like 14. Yeah.
14, bro.
Yeah, because I think like when the elders turn like 24, they become like 900. I think that's how it works.
Okay.
But around that time, they got like a special immortal shit. So I don't know. Oh, sorry about that. I know. No swearing on TOPT.
That's right.
We didn't correct him.
No, I don't know, man. I think that he's Daddy Longlegs, and, you know, that we're going to get, like, the fruit names, and I'm going to definitely be correct. So, you know, I know it's, like, not the most serious theory, but, like, we got to have something a little less serious for TLPT, you know. Can't be, like, oh, it's just, like, these confirmed. But, no, you know, I think the research has been done perfectly. I mean, there's been thousands of years of studies into why Saturn is Daddy Longlegs. Plus, it's just like, it fits with the story, man. You know, Oda gotta do those interesting names, man. So, I don't know, man. This is my canon, man. Daddy Longlegs Saturn.
All right, it's confirmed, man. I think we're gonna run with the daddy long legs until it's disproven.
I think I like that better than the yokai theory, man. I do.
It would be funny. It'd be funny.
Wait, you guys should put up a poll. Is Saturn daddy long legs or Black Maria's fruit in a different form?
I have a funnier poll, but I got you.
Perfect. This works out. This works for me.
Well,
better see you guys be supporting the daddy long legs chat.
Me. Thank you for the theory, brother. I appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Let's get some other calls in, like Broker, you better not talk about the yokai shit because
Hey, now we're gonna correct you. No cursing.
Why are you cursing at all, man? You too young for that.
You better punish him, Lawrence.
He said the
gotta
Lawrence
wash
long
my
legs.
mouth out with some soap. But I think we had a good place. Broker, no talking about the yokai. I think you got it for now.
All right.
But to be continued, guys. I think this is like a good ending point. But I need to hear from you guys, man. You guys think Saturn's not daddy long legs or not?
I think it could be.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, I think it could be.
I
for
prefer
sure.
that.
yeah,
I
definitely.
prefer that.
I support you, young man.
Yeah.
Stop
I prefer
cursing.
I think this is a campaign. I'm going to link the GoFundMe in the link description for daddy long legs. Sign the petition.
All right, me. Enjoy the rest of your night, man. Thank you for calling.
It's great to hear from you.
Go then.
All right, have a good one.
Yo, me funny as hell.
Yeah, bro. Curse like 5 times.
I was gonna let it slide, yo.
Yeah. Hey, what's going on? This is Larry.
Who? You keep hanging up.
They hung up, Marv?
Hello?
Hello? Mosh Mosh?
Moshi.
No, they not there, Marv.
I hear something.
Hey, how you doing? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Is that Ralph?
What's up, Mo? This is Ralph?
No, this is Caesar calling in. I'm new watcher to you guys. I'm watching you live at the same time, so it's kind of messing with me. So I'm gonna put that volume down.
Yeah, I was gonna say you just got muted, bro. What's up, man? Thank you for
I'm so happy
calling.
to be on here, honestly. My heart's racing right now. You guys are amazing. I just want to let you know off the jump. I'm going to get straight to it because I know there's a lot of people probably on the line. I was speaking about this in the chat just now. 10-6-7, I'm just going to go straight into the what I think is going to be coming up because a lot of moving pieces. And I feel like we're in a possible place right now of a time skip. I was just talking about this with my boy. Shout out to my boy Heights. But check this out. 1067, we see Kuma talking to Dragon on Nambaka Island, and he's like dipping out from there, and he's injured. They're yelling at him like, "Yo, what are you doing? You're not ready yet." But after that, we see him leaving from Mary Joie, 1098. And I don't know if you guys talked about this prior to me calling in, because again, I joined the live late. But I feel like right now, the only thing that makes sense is my man Kuma is coming through to save the crew and friends. And what would make sense is him coming through to slap everybody straight to Nambaka Island for a small time jump. How it would happen, I don't know exactly. I feel like the ancient robot coming up, being awakened, can definitely stall Saturn for a moment. And then Kuma comes in, slaps everybody on the ship, then boom, slaps the ship away. Everybody's headed to Revolutionary Island. They have a little training montage session, and they get a little level up. What do y'all think about that?
It adds some poetry to it, for sure.
Yeah, getting all
I would really like that because the little flashback we had with Kuma and Vegapunk, it was about the soul leaving the body, and now we just got confirmation that Bonney was remembering some words told to Vegapunk about Vegapunk basically saying like his will would not be there anymore. And I think it would solve that question if the soul truly leaves the body once it's gone. So if Kuma did come back, it was probably because he was either programmed to climb Mary Joie to do something, and if something got in his way or prevented him from accomplishing it, then he was to leave. So he left, and he's going back to Egghead, and it would show some type of like, it'd be really cool to see that there's something still in Kuma that makes Kuma, and for him to protect his daughter, him to protect the Straw Hats one more time, and for basically him to sacrifice his life in order for them to escape. And then we find out from Bonney what actually happened entirely, and then we learn the truth. It would make Kuma like one of the most loved characters in One Piece, in my opinion. I think it would be so phenomenal. So I mess with the idea of him coming to Egghead. It was just, it's still up in the air. Like, what's even the goal? What's he doing? Like, nobody knows. So if Kuma's story was to end like that, I think I would find it very emotional and touching, but I think I would love it.
And that's Oda, right? Oda's that tearjerker. He gave us that emotional ass Ace ending. So I feel like it lines up. And going back to what you said is that there's something inside of him. There's that will from his devil fruit that is still carrying him on. And of course, we don't know if his devil fruit's awakened because we don't get that from Kuma. We don't even know like if that devil fruit can awaken. But it would make sense that the will of the devil fruit aligns with Kuma so much that it started to like give him that like you know, aid him on his journey.
Yeah, its own agency. So Caesar, I like the theory. I do. I have
too.
some minor pushback. One is, so what is the incident itself on Egghead? Like if the Straw Hats leave, what is the thing? So are they leaving Vegapunk if Vegapunk gets executed or something? Like what is the actual like incident that makes this a huge thing that's happened to the world? And two, personally, while I do love the poetry like Larry brought out with Kuma being the one to save them here and the reversal of Sabaody kind of thing situation, right? I don't necessarily like the Straw Hats needing to be rescued. I kind of want them to overcome whatever this is themselves and prove that they're a Yonko crew. Right, that's just me personally.
Yeah.
That's where I think we're at in the story.
I agree with that. No, I like that. I like that because they're at that level. Odin put them there for a reason. Let them show it off.
Right.
Yeah.
So them like going to get like a training session or a montage. I made a joke in the chat about I need a montage from the Team America. But in general, like I can see it. I would rather they dig deep and figure this out. Like we just talked about, like Zoro, stop messing around with Lucci. Handle business. Sanji, you have to step up. Jinbei,
that's a big problem.
You're the big recruit.
It's time to show off.
You know, Luffy, get up. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. Oh, I fought this admiral for a couple minutes and now I can't. Like, dude, get up. It's time.
That's a fact.
So
that's a fact.
I like it though. I do like the thought process. I might rather Kuma comes and is a part of the situation. I don't know about him getting them up out of there.
Yeah.
Personally, but
another thing, if I have a little bit more time, another thing is the possibility of Vegapunk getting out alive but losing all of his memory. Like they end up losing Lava Slave. He ends up going, like, instead of being the world's genius now, he is no longer the world's genius, right? He still has a heartbeat, he still has a soul, he can go about it, but he lost everything because they destroyed Lava Slave. And then we know that the ancient robot, you know, came back up, and we know that there's a part to play there because of Joy Boy. So what if what if the robot is like, you know, has a conscience and can talk, and then next thing you know, he's like, you don't have to reverse engineer me. I'm going to show you all the information. Frankie is there like, I can work with this. And then boom, you have something to leave off the future.
It's not a bad theory either, man.
That's a stretch, but
Caesar spitting today.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
He out here premiering his, you know, he performing right now, bro.
Hey, and Caesar, before we let you go,
I appreciate y'all.
I did peep that you donated. I did peep that you donated $10. Thank you so much for donating.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you, Caesar.
Absolutely. You guys deserve every bit of it. You guys are amazing. You guys keep it up. I agree with all y'all points, all of it. Y'all all spit your own parts, and all of it is most of the time I'm like, yeah, I agree with this. I don't agree with this, but you know, there's four heads there.
Yeah.
I can't agree with everybody, and that's what I love about this. The community that builds about this and comes from this, that's just love right there. That's just love. Y'all are amazing. I'm gonna give more people time to talk. Y'all are great. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Hey, Caesar, thank you for
Appreciate
you,
it.
man. Thank you for the nice words too. You cooked, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you, Caesar.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Have a good night. You heard?
Yeah,
Hey,
you too.
from the Bronx. From the Bronx. Have a good night. You
Yeah,
heard?
we from Jersey, bro.
Yeah, they said you sound like he got Tim's on. Yeah. Not the
Y'all
Giannis.
stay up.
Alright, bro. See you later. That's
Have a good
crazy.
You made me think of something. Frankie's gonna plug his head and take all of the Vegapunk knowledge.
Yeah,
He's
man.
gonna become the new Vegapunk.
He definitely ate a chopped cheese before you called. Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Yo, y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
What's up, man? What's your name?
Holy snap. I nearly cursed. I never thought I'd actually get on here.
Well, you did. What's up, man?
Honestly, I still think half of y'all's takes are trash, but I do like a lot of y'all's theories.
Well, thank
Mostly
you.
Larry
Thank
and
you for
Law.
that.
But to be fair, y'all do come out with the golden nugget once a week.
Oh, yeah? Once a week? What's your name?
You're right.
My name is Christian Hogan.
Oh, Christian, what's up,
A
man?
few weeks ago, I actually asked y'all for y'all's top 5 One Piece waifus just to sort of have something a little more laid back, but y'all kind of brushed right through it. But I think Law said something about Stussy.
Mm-hmm.
I think we answered it. That's why we answered that before. I think the episode before.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, but anyway.
Oh, I'm kind of a new guy, and I've been catching up. I'm on episode 41, but my real big question is, no offense to the kid earlier, but I believe most of the theories around the devil fruits or satanic performances that the _ʍ𝙧𝙪 are doing are based off of actual yokai, like something I can't remember what it's called, but it was like a yokai that basically prowls the beaches and is like a cow spider. I can't remember, but
it's a 𝘬𝐻𝑚𝑎.
𝘬𝐻𝐿𝐵, yeah.
Yeah. My big question is, it's mostly a cynical question because, frankly, I love where the series has been going, and I love a lot of the really less popular arcs. But I gotta say, like Oda said a few years back that he's like 60 to 75% done. I'm like, this doesn't even feel like 50% done. Do y'all think he's capping, or do y'all think he might be actually almost near like a quarter from being done?
One of y'all want to go?
I mean, sometimes I feel like we still have so much more to go. We really do. And then sometimes when these chapters drop and the information gets unloaded upon us and how quick it goes, I feel like we're towards the end. So I don't know.
I will say sometimes Oda can kind of like misjudge how much he's actually has left to put, because like we know, like what was it, a few years or whatever back he said he was going to end in 5 years. Then he realized, all right, that's not going to actually happen. It's going to take much
2003
longer.
is when he like said that.
Yeah.
It was like.
You say it again?
I was just gonna say from there, like I'm kind of on the same page because like it's kind of cool that Emu and the _ʍ𝙪 may not just be total pushover like politicians, but the fact that it's like another tier above. Well, I'm not even saying they're above Kaido, but the fact that he's introducing new in-game bosses, I'm like, I always got the feeling that the world government was never going to be directly taken down by Luffy, but he would more or less inspire the world around him to rebel, like kind of like what he's done with each of the places he's gone to. Because like everyone likes to make the joke that he's a random crackhead who goes from place to place, wrecking shop and then making it a lot better. But at the same time, it's like the most like direct conflict that. Like, in order for Luffy to actually take on the world government, you'd need, like, a massive time skip, like, to him be, like, close to the prime of Goldie Roger or Whitebeard, because those were the only two, like, people who are willing to, like, go full out against the world government. And Roger just didn't care, like, to go after them. He just kind of wanted to do his own thing. And Whitebeard had to be basically provoked out. It's just, I feel like that the story of the world government falling is more going to be on the Revolution Army than actually on Luffy's crew. Like, he may inspire nations to join in because, like everyone says, the 3 weapons tend to be more aligned with Luffy than, or getting in position to be aligned with Luffy versus, the world government, even though no one really knows where the third one is quite yet. That's all I got to really say. Thanks for letting me talk. It's really awesome to be here. And Well, I still think a lot of y'all's takes are going to be bad, but I'm going to listen to every one of them and give them their fair shot. But love you guys, y'all. Not Buggy Gang, but Buggy Gang call out.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Christian. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
Y'all, God bless and have a good night.
Yeah,
too.
bless you
Good
too,
night.
man.
Good
Have a good night.
You too. Appreciate your call.
That's funny.
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Oh.
Oh.
Marv, you got my text, all right? Yeah. All right. Oh.
Oh man, he said we got bad takes, bro.
That's funny.
As a group, as a collective, not like one of us specifically.
I think you have bad takes.
My takes are epically great, bro.
I mean, when you talk about the One Piece, like in like gonna be longer, and talking about the world government, like Luffy needs to level up to get stronger, like Gold Roger level to take on the world government. But Oda could actually just end that there by just having, because right now we see Luffy and his crew doing a little liberation thing, but you have the Cross Guild who's literally attacking the Marines, then you have the revolutionaries attacking their world government. That's like, in a way, they could, Luffy teamed up with Crocodile already. Luffy might team up with his father. So Oda could just make that sure and just have them team up and just fight the Marines and just make the One Piece end quicker.
Yeah, in regards to how long the series is going to be, Oda can do whatever he wants. Like we're getting endgame information right now.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice.
So someone's on the line?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just.
Yeah, that's fun. Do your thing. Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Yo, this is Dylan. What's up?
Dylan,
Hey,
what's
what's
up,
up,
bro?
What's going on, man?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm glossy in the chat. This is my first time catching a stream, but I've been watching you guys for a while now.
Well, one, thank you, and two, thank you again. What's up, man? Talk to us.
So I've been trying to wrap my head around something that I can call in for a while now, but
Okay.
I think I've been ruminating about the idea that the Egghead incident is Saturn killing Kizaru, because they specify over and over again. Oda has been really drilling into the reader's head that the Egghead incident is going to like shock the world. It's going to be like, it's going to turn the world on its head. And I think killing Kizaru, like an admiral, where these kind of in the eyes of the public, these almost untouchable figures. I think that the reason he's going to do that is because he is conflicted and he can't find it in himself to kill Vegapunk.
That would be a plot twist.
That would be a plot twist.
Yeah.
I think you're right on the money for where the story could go, like interesting wise. So like let's say like he wants to take Vegapunk out at this point. Like that's pretty much a done deal, right? But it would be kind of crazy like if he was in danger of losing his life, and as he's about to perish, he reaches out one of his like spider legs or like his arm or whatever ritual circle he makes and takes the life force from Kizaru and puts it into himself.
Yeah. I think what also kind of nails this in for me is the fact that, I mean, Kizaru, he's had time, like he's had ample opportunity to kill Vegapunk multiple times now.
Yeah.
And he hasn't. And I know that like, especially with the backstory that we've been given, they go back. They have a lot. They got a lot of chemistry. He has good reason to not want to take this man out, even though he's kind of been expressing that, you know, it's just his job. He doesn't want to do this. I feel like he won't be able to find it in himself, and especially with Luffy, I mean, he's out of the picture. He's done for now, at least. I mean, if like the last one of the last panels, like the full spread of Saturn, Frankie, who else was it? It was Frankie, Vegapunk, I think a few others there. I really see no other out. Like there's not like I can't see how else this would go down other than somebody dying.
So I can feel that, and I actually like the idea of Saturn being the one to take Kizaru out. It would be a plot twist. It would be a way to show that imposing figure that the 𝘏𝑝 can be. My question is, one, if he does this, how would the world know that it was Saturn that did it, where it becomes a huge story that like a 𝘏𝑝 member did it, versus them just like blaming Luffy? Like that's how the world government operates.
I mean,
right?
they could. I think. Sorry to cut you off. I think that either way, it would still fit within the idea that like it would shock the world because. I mean, like whether or not it's Luffy or Saturn or fucking, you know.
Hey, language! You said you've been watching us for a long time. You said you were watching us for a long time. You liar.
I'm sorry. No, you know why? It's because I've been watching you guys for a while, but I started recently just binging like the old episodes from episode 1. Y'all used to be cursing.
Were we?
Y'all are some hypocrites.
There's no way. For real?
Were we? I don't remember.
No, we were cursing. Yeah, you guys did curse a lot.
Y'all used to let it out.
Yeah, I used to try to like get them to stop. It was
people change. Okay, we grow up.
We've changed. We've monetized.
Yeah. On that note, also though, yeah, like I said, I've been going back and rewatching. I never really understood why people said Larry has bad takes. Like I was like, oh, okay, I agree with most of the stuff you say, but like, tell me why, Larry. You said that Jack could be queen. So, come on now. I think it's episode 5. You were confident.
Hey man. All I'm saying is, do you think Zunisha's trunk is more powerful than Sanji's kicks?
Listen, man.
I do.
That's it. So we know who more durable.
Listen,
That's it, yo. That's it, yo.
Listen.
Who fought hold on.
Did Zunisha hit Sanji?
Listen. Who fought an entire island of minks and still didn't go down? Who lost in like 2 seconds?
Bro, those raggedy little minks.
That's racist. That's racist.
Oh man!
No,
listen, we just
not.
said people change. Larry's changed. Okay.
I ain't changing. I'm sticking my guns.
Jack not me.
Yo, I bet you're having such a. You know what's crazy? I was watching some of the old videos to see some highlights that I could post now in like the new format, and bro, they are so funny and so ignorant.
Apparently, we be cursing.
We be wilding, bro.
No, yeah, I was wilding, man.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, I think that's my favorite part of like y'all's podcast is that like sometimes you go visit like shows that have been going on for like a few years, and it's like the kind of chemistry isn't really there in the beginning most of the time, but like y'all like from episode 1, like it's very clear y'all are like just good ass friends. I'm sorry, language.
Yeah.
Like it's so clear y'all just have like a very like close and genuine chemistry, and that's what I like about that. I think that's what draws people in the most about you guys.
Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, even though like the One Piece talk community, like it's kind of a niche in and of itself, but I think just through like what you guys bring as a collective,
Thank you.
That's why you guys have been growing so much.
Hey,
Thank you,
that.
man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I think we'd probably grow a little bit more if Sebastian didn't have his outrageousness.
How is it on me?
Yeah, bro.
Listen.
Yeah.
He was getting on Sasuke the other day, had me in my feels.
I think the only neutral one there is Lionel. Like I think he's the most inoffensive one there.
Lionel thinks that Odin is Yonko level right now.
I think he is.
All right, bro.
There's proof.
You know what,
proof,
man?
bro.
You said some
Thank
really
you.
nice words.
Thank you, bro.
We're gonna leave it at that.
I appreciate it.
All right, man. It was nice speaking to you.
bro.
Thank you for calling.
I can't.
Yeah. All right. Y'all have a good day.
All right, you too,
Have a good
man.
one. Thanks for
See
calling.
you later.
Thank you. Appreciate
Call
you.
again.
Don't call again. No.
That's
interesting though. Saturn clipping Kizaru's.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
That's a new
yeah,
one.
that was pretty good.
I wouldn't put it past the 𝘏𝑝.
I wouldn't. He probably sees the admirals as same sex too.
Me and Larry was arguing at David Buster's. You push that Lelouch about everybody right now.
Oh yeah, that was true.
I was thinking like adding to that, like, because nobody knows that the 𝘏𝑝 exists. What if one of the big thing is people find out
I don't think that's true.
That's not true. They don't know what _𝐸 exists.
Exactly.
The _𝐲 is like they know that.
Yeah.
But he's probably talking about the general public. They know
Yeah.
Sister
General
Dragons.
public, I think, know too.
I don't think
About
so.
the 5? About the...
Because Frankie didn't know that. Frankie didn't know there was a
The Straw Hats are the most ignorant group of people in the world.
But Frankie's
They really
not one
are,
of them.
bro.
But Frankie's
Only
not one of them.
Robin and Jinbei know anything, and Nami knows about specific things.
Yeah. Luffy don't even know how to count.
Yeah, Luffy is the
Ask that
most
one episode.
ignorant.
Like, what's the highest Luffy can count to?
Can't even count, bro.
Oh, you can't.
All right, that's fine.
I guess we could do
It
some.
involves food. Luffy's math is like on point.
Nah, he's
Remember
talking
that
about
one thing?
phone number.
Wait, what happened with food and math?
With Luffy, when it comes to food, Luffy's math is like on point though. Remember when he was sleeping and he like did the math of how many meals he missed?
Hey, what's going on? This is Larry from that One Piece Talk. Who are you and how are you?
Guess who it is?
Hey! What's up, bro?
What's up?
Call him bro.
Well, how about you guys?
You're doing well, man. Thank you for calling in.
Oh, always. Well, apart from the last 3 weeks, but that's fine. Anyway, shout out to Chef Real quick, and Meat's just jealous because I showed him the date stamp of when I had the yokai theory, and it went back to September last year. So, bye, Meat. Sorry.
Oh, you beat
Oh,
Chestnut.
you beat Chestnut.
You beat Chestnut. All right, Chestnut got an L. Chestnut got an L. Another W for broker. All right, go.
Right, so Ace and Garp. Now, Larry, I know you, of all people, think that 100%, that Garp made the wrong decision, et cetera, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's fine. I totally get where you're coming from. But I've got a different take for you, and it's a little close to home, so if I get a bit choked up, I apologize. You've got to think about it from a Japanese perspective, all right, for one. And their idea on forgiveness is very, very different than ours, especially when it comes to things like family and honor. And specifically in Japan, if you are a police officer or even in the military and you have a child that gets involved in gangs, then it is seen as your responsibility to give up all your free time in order to bring them in. And they'll often be punished way more severely than if they're just anyone else that isn't related to you. And where I see it from is almost like if you have kids and you see your kids getting involved in really shady stuff. I mean, I know we know as the reader that Whitebeard's a good guy, but the government controls the news, and pirates are evil. Pirates are the worst of the worst. And Ace basically joined one of the 4 largest gangs that are on the seas. And I can imagine that it wasn't just one time, at Marineford that Garp had tried talking to Ace. He's probably been trying for years, like, look, you're going to get yourself killed or you're going to get yourself captured. You, of all people, being the son of the Pirate King, need to keep a low profile. You can't be out doing everything you're doing. And Ace just ignored it every single time. Ace had plenty of opportunities to just pack it in and go, that's it, I don't want to be a pirate anymore. Even just to not become a Marine, just to not be a pirate would have done something. And yet, Garp's the one who's being forced to sit there and watch the kid he loves make all the wrong decisions over and over and over. And at least he has to think, yes, he's been captured. And I don't know whether he knew how high up that they were aware that he was the son of the Pirate King. But if it comes down to your son going to Impel Down to be tortured for the rest of their natural life, or to get executed, or maybe if he's really lucky to be rescued by his captain, up until the point where you see that child die in front of you, you're going to be second guessing yourself the whole time. I just wanted to know what you thought about
that. He directed it to you.
Oh, man. I see where you're coming from. I do. I don't know. You know what it is for me? It's like you can definitely look at it from that aspect. And I don't know. I feel like the One Piece world is so much different from like the real world, as much as we want to like make it very similar. So like Garp has a very high-ranking position. He had the ability to influence way more people outside of the government and inside of the government, where he could have possibly took over the fleet admiral position and challenged the Gorosei to some degree. I get it though, like if he's not going to do that, then he's most likely not going to take the actions he needs to in order to fix the world government, right? But it makes me think, like, would he have really just let Ace get murked right next to him to be executed? To me, I don't think he would have. I think the Akainu situation needed to happen in order for Ace to be dealt with. But if not, I feel like, you know, he would have did the same thing that Sengoku tried to stop him from doing, was betray the Marines and, you know, fight back, finally. So my issue is, not the perspective that you brought. My issue is always going to be that Garp wanted to do something this whole time and just never did it. So I wouldn't say he's a fraud, but I think he's a fraud in a way of not taking action when he should have. And it's something he'll probably regret for the rest of his life because his grandson died. So, I mean, there's a lot more power in the One Piece world of being Garp than there is in real life, right? Like, I don't know. But I see where you're coming from.
He's still limited. Sorry to interrupt. I think he's still limited by what he's able to bring to bear. I mean, even if he were to have taken the fleet admiral position, the second he would have disobeyed the Celestial Dragons, he would have been knocked down, if not kicked out completely. It's all fair to say, like, that he had all this power to bring. We see one sword ship turn up for Kobe, and as far as we're aware, officially, Garp isn't even a member of Sword.
Mm-hmm.
But we see it happen in front of us, and at least Garp turning up to save Kobe, at least Kobe's made good decisions his whole life.
Even then, he went against orders of going to get Kobe. For me, I just feel like Garp was considered to be the hero of the Marines. He had the backing of Sword. Obviously, he had Sengoku on his side. And he trained he trained Aokiji. Easily, I think if Garp was in the position to be like, yo, you're like, Aokiji's not going to leave the Marines, he probably wouldn't have left if he had more say-so. And I just think that he fumbled the bag when it came to that situation.
I just want to add, I think what a point that Rooker is making is, like, for example, let's keep the Ace got captured, but let's put it into, like, it's news-wise for some whatever reason, is that Ace, let's say, like, he lost a Blackbeard, right? And he was captured by pirates. Does Garp still save Ace the same way he does Kobe? Probably not, you know? Because it's like, you chose to be a pirate, you know? And we already know, like, we don't know the reasons why, but Garp does. He can't stand pirates. Like, he has a personal grudge or whatever. For either affected the family, for whatever reason, Garp hates pirates. And that's could be part of the reasons why he begged, like, you know, Luffy and Ace not to become a pirate. But then they chose to. So, real quick, and also, too, because, like, for example, Ace would say, I'm not saying that Garp has his view, but Ace would always say, he would say to Luffy, we have our own adventures. The results I'm in here is because of my choices. That was what my adventure led me to do, you know? Garp kind of let them, even though he would beg them too, but he's like, the ultimately is their choice for what they choose to do. Because, like, he went, like Broker was saying, he went to go save Kobe because Kobe, anyway, chose to align himself with Garp. Where Ace and Luffy kind of chose the exact opposite. They kind of chose, like, no, we're going to be fighting you, Garp. So if they get captured by pirates, does Garp actually go save them like he would Kobe?
I think Larry's point is, and I get what you're saying, Lawrence. I think Larry's point is that Garp is smart enough and high up in the Marines enough to know that this isn't actual justice, right? Like, even what he's fighting for isn't actual justice. It's just the best that they can do under the circumstances.
Right.
So if Luffy and Ace are pushing back against and bucking against that trend, Garp is smart enough to identify that and could have made that a different choice. As to whether it was the right choice, that's a different conversation to me. But Garp is smart enough to know not being a Marine isn't innately bad. Choosing piracy isn't innately bad. Garp is smart enough to understand that. Yeah. In my opinion, anyway.
It's just the hypocrisy of it. It really is. You're saying that just because he's in a pirate gang, that he's considered an outlaw and would be punished, right? Mm-hmm. But Garp then goes, yo, I've been a part of the Marines since the 𝙏𝙀𝙪 incident, and I've watched a legal gang destroy an entire people for wanting to read a language that was forbidden. Why is it forbidden? Garp probably has some type of idea. But has Whitebeard ever destroyed an island full of people? Like, we don't know, right? But the thing is, even if so, the government has done it on a whim. They have secret organizations that murk people on the low. So you can't just say becoming a Marine is a great thing or a good thing or what you're doing is a good thing or the right thing. You're just saying just because it's legal, it's allowed. And that's why you should follow the Marines. You like, he ultimately puts Luffy and Ace, they become Marines, they commit evil acts.
Or could be tasked to do so.
Yeah, and they would have to follow just because they're a part of the... Nah, bro.
But that's not what Garp does, because Garp is part of the Marines, but he doesn't do the evil acts.
Exactly. So Garp is playing half on the fence and half in the yard. He's like, yo, I don't want you to do these things, but I'm also a part of the system that's doing these things. So Garp, like I said, has the most influence in the government, but he didn't have more influence than Sengoku. Sengoku only had it because of the position. But it's like, yo, he was known throughout the world as the hero. He's the face of the Marines. So turn against the Marines.
Well, that's the thing, though. It's Garp with the Marines, not the world government. Remember, those are two different factions.
Man, who's bigger?
But the thing is, the world government runs the Marines to a degree. Like, mostly, for instance, the CP9 and Amos they get two different orders. But regardless of it, they both answer to the Gorosei.
Yo, but he can take that power away from them.
Who, if Garp became...
If Garp was like, yo, we're going against you, the Marines would side with Garp instead of the Gorosei. They don't even believe in the Gorosei like that. They don't have any type of influence.
I don't think a majority would. Yeah. I don't think so.
But I also thought of Garp, in a weird way, put his hope on Whitebeard saving Ace.
Of course, because he was too much of a coward to save him himself.
Coward is a strong word.
I think he was duty bound and tied to... Garp is still indoctrinated into that culture.
Yeah.
Like, we can't bypass that piece of it either, right? Like, this is my life. This is what I've lived my entire life because pirates have been evil. 99% of pirates are evil. I'd say 95% of pirates.
If he lived that life and that was a part of his culture to that degree, then he should have just became Fleet Admiral and then listened to the Gorosei. But since he didn't, he wasn't fully a part of that culture because he didn't fully believe in it.
I'm saying if you think Garp should have done more, I'm not pushing back on that. I'm just saying you can't discount what that being a Marine means to Garp.
Yeah.
And what that has meant for the world and it's his impact, what he could impact. I don't know. We're running late, Broker. We're probably gonna have to call it here. I did sense a lot of emotion in your call. I hope everything's okay with you in regards to
big hugs,
right.
Broker.
It's not that like that. It doesn't matter. It's all good.
Listen, bro. All you need is the ride fruit. That's all you need. That's all you need.
My wife has the ride.
Hey, chill, Broker. Mrs. Broker, chill.
Listen,
chill.
Shout out to Mrs. Broker. They married. I hope she awakened that for you.
Oh, come on. All right, we're done here. Broker, much love, man. Thank you for calling and getting us activated.
And you. All right. Good night, guys.
Have a great night.
Appreciate you, Broker.
Oh, man.
All right, bye. Guys, we're going to try to do very fast super chats as fast as possible so Marv doesn't kick us out.
Yeah, we got 2 from Samurai Tadpole. It says Christian imagery is really just cool read helper. Another 10 from Anthony Herrera. It says Lionel's back question. If you were to spin the block on Mary Joa, just like the Revs, who would you bring along? You can only bring 3 pirates. This is too long. We have to answer that in the chat or on the Discord, Anthony. I'm sorry. We got another 10 from Vilek the Spartan. It says, do y'all think that the color scheme of the 5 Elders Awakened form will match their respective planets, similar to how Luffy's Sun God form matches the sun? Yes. Do we have 20 from Shard Jamil? It says, sorry for being late. Love the theory of Kizaru passing Vegapunk or Bonney. It's just Sanji, and it's Sanji's fault because it's foreshadowed from the Dressrosa opening where Sanji fought Kizaru. Love from Israel. You're the ones who brought my head up.
Yes. Thank you. Praying for both.
Yeah.
Over there is super crazy. So we wish you, the best.
For sure. Yeah. Another 2 from Terrence Matthews says Yu Hakusho and Inuyasha 2 yokai-centered shows. Yes, indeed. Another subscription to Nakama status from Kryptonite, spelled funnily. Another 2 from Kryptonite. It says, do y'all think that 5 Elders fruits are insects. I think the yokai is probably the most accurate one right now for the 5 of them. Another 5 from Nico Trey says, since first seeing Gear 5 until now, have y'all opinions changed on design? Is there anything y'all would change? It's too deep.
Just be a little serious.
A little more serious as a character. Yeah. Another 5 from Travis says, the surgeon that gave that BBL was immediately executed to silence the rumors. They had the opie to me. Andrew Miller, $5 says, who got the human fruit model Roger? Interesting. Somebody, Luffy. I don't know. We got another 11-month membership to Yonko status from Illusion. It says 11 months is crazy. Might have to call in for that 1-year celebration. Love y'all, man. Love the pod. I got here a little late. What y'all rate the chapter? I thought it was clean. Hashtag Buggy Gang.
Yeah, that's good.
9. That 10 from Caesar from earlier. Another 1-month membership to Nakama for Brandon Miller. It says, Are we all forgetting the Iron Giant woke up? I forgot. We got another 5 from Red Eye Itachi. Do you think Roger told Shanks about the Nika fruit and left it to him to find and guard it until the Nika comes along? I hope not.
Possibly.
I hope not.
doubt it.
3. Another 7-month membership to Nakama status from 3-Day. It says, thanks for always making me laugh. Love you guys. Love you too, 3-Day.
Thanks, 3.
Another 5 from Brendan Miller. It says, at Broker, if you have a theory for everything, do you even really have a theory for anything? Hashtag broken. And then 2 memberships, 1 to Yonko status from Nika Dakota, and 1 to Shichibukai from Luffy Nick. Thank you guys so much. Enjoy the emojis that come with being a member.
Yes, everybody, please, on Facebook, on TikTok, on YouTube, like the video. It does us a great amount. Thank you so much. You can always share, you can always clip our stuff and repost it yourself and make some bread. I've been like super adamant about that for you guys. And just overall, thank you again. Thank you to Marv for another episode. Thank you for letting us stay 5 minutes past. But you know, listen guys, believe in yourselves, do what you gotta do for yourselves, and make sure you're at your very best when the time comes. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode. My name is Larry.
Lawrence. Lionel.
Sam.
And this is that One Piece Talk.
Jana.